That's been fun.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. We are here with our lovely crew. One of us just lost their power, so hopefully Nathan, you'll be able to jump back in as soon as you can. Also, we are missing Kay today. She is out. But we wish them the best. But yeah, we are here for the rest of the crew. Everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say hi.
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 Hello.
Hello.
Hello. For those, hello. For those that are unfamiliar with the channel and have no idea what this is, hi. We are a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Living, breathing, running, screaming, existing in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Emea. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay with us here in this. A couple of normal announcements before we get going. If you have been watching this for a while, you know it, you love it. The first thing we want to mention is our drop-in, drop-out campaign that we are having this Saturday, as well as most Saturdays in June. I think everyone except for the last one. This one we are celebrating. I don't know why it's always in a weird spot for you guys. Or it's disappeared completely or something. Anyways, while I'm pulling this up, it is our drop-in, drop-out campaign, specifically in the world of Humblewood, Silk and Sunder. For those who are unfamiliar, a drop-in, drop-out campaign means that you were just joined for you could join for a single session, you could join for multiple sessions, you can jump back out, take a break, come back in whenever you want. But we are hosting them for anyone who is interested in joining every Saturday. For the next couple months, I will have a couple kind of things going on. But like I said, this month it is Humblewood. So for those who are unfamiliar with Humblewood, this is a chance for you to just indulge in your wildest fantasies of being a woodland creature of the land or air. In a D&D realm with some custom subclasses, all new custom races, some spells, some specific items, in a woodland sort of scene that is a little livelier, a little funnier, a little wackier, fighting creatures that are named like the Wub Weaver and his synthesizers. It's really fun. And it's completely homebrew for the most part, except for obviously the Humblewood setting itself. So a lot of room for fun and excitement stuff with me as your DM, as well as occasionally having some people from our normal campaigns dropping in for a session or two. So if you're interested in checking that out, or if you have any other questions, I highly recommend, first off, if you are at all interested in joining this week, to just sign up, and then you can always just kind of jump out as long as you're within the 24-hour sort of mark on that. But we only have 6 slots to fill in, so we've had multiple times in the past where people have tried to jump in last minute and they cannot. So if you are interested, please join, and you can do so at going to startplaying.games/GM/It's a Long Story. For those that are watching on YouTube, it is in the video description below as well, that link. And then for those that are watching on Twitch, I'm putting it in the live chat for us all to be able to see. But please join. It's super fun. It's a very, I wouldn't say it's a relaxing game necessarily, but it is a very kind of rule of cool and rule of silly for sure on some character stuff. So please check it out. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. As well as questions, if you're interested in asking questions or getting more involved in the channel in general, the best way to do so is to like and subscribe, follow, not only here where you're watching us, whether that's YouTube or Twitch, but also check out our Instagram and TikTok, which is below right there. I have recently been able to give over the reins as someone who is just incredibly busy with other things and hasn't been able to put a ton of time into it. I was able to give her the reins to Kay. And even though they are not here, they're actively working on being able to make it as filled with content for your ear holes and eye holes as possible. So it's a cool sort of space to be able to kind of watch some behind the scenes stuff, some specific clips. We'll have some pictures of some cool terrains and minis there every once in a while. We need to do some update of miniatures for both Jet and Prisha, as we haven't shown those yet. So we'll do that very soon. But yeah, that's it for announcements. So if you want to check that out, please do so. You can see just down below it says at It's a Long Story _TTRPG for both Instagram and TikTok. And if you don't have to subscribe and follow, you could also just hang out and watch too. That's fine as well. I'm good with it either way. But if you wanted to show a little more support, this would be the best way to do so, as it'll allow us to be able to kind of work more in the almighty algorithm that is the internets in general. So thank you. And I believe Nathan, you're back. Nathan, you want to say hi to the camera?
Hi.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes, cool. We are all here for those that are going to be here today. So before we jump into tonight's campaign, we need to get a recap of where we left off. So, Matt, would you please do the honors?
I would love to. So, we started last session in the deep, dark cells that were below the city of Dair's Wharf, with Ianthe, Grianne, and the Dean standing over the passed out body of Huxley, the unconscious body of Huxley, who they just recently, the session before, knocked out after he violently attacked them. With the Dean deciding to strip him of his weapons and other things, the three of them really took a lot of time to discuss what they wanted to do next with him, whether it was locking him in a cell, killing him outright, or trying to wake him up and talking to him to get some information. Eventually, Ianthe woke him up, bring him back up with, I believe, a healing spell or something of that nature. They then had a long discussion and found out who he was, found out some of his motivations, and more importantly, got on way better terms with him and ended up maybe not a full ally, but someone who's definitely not actively against us. After a period of time and walking forward, those three gave Huxley his boots back, and they went their separate ways, with Ianthe and Adim choosing to go take care of the ship that's being docked in Dair's Wharf, giving them 12 months of rent up front, and Gran heading to the Spire and messaging Titian and Prisha that he's going there to get Danzig and Sif. Titian and Prisha, and while this is happening, is at the Compass, where they are talking next steps, discussing what they might want to do to prepare to leave Dair's Wharf. Upon receiving the message from Grianne, they decide they're going to go there and meet him there so that they can help with Sif and Danzig. To which Alyssa doesn't show up, but is actually there invisible, kind of antagonizing them and being a little rascal, saying how they want to leave and be a part of this. And after much convincing, they're told to go and pack up their things, while Titian and Prisha go out into the riot and have really a fun time overall, I think. Along the way, they meet Daphne, who then follows up with them. And eventually the whole party meets up at the Spire, where upon entering, they get a note that Sif is actually in the riot, helping out and supporting where they can. And Danzig has proceeded to rip every straw mattress to shreds, as he is a puppy who has been left alone with many things. After that, after some discussions and talking to Daphne, right before Ianthe can start spilling the beans as to what we're dealing with, Titian butts in and kind of steps in between them and asks to speak to Ianthe alone in a very awkward sort of way, and leading to possibly for the first time Ianthe actively choosing the side of the party as opposed to the side of her sister. alienating Daphne from in this moment. Daphne feels upset at Ianthe's choice and chooses to take themselves outside. And once she's gone, Titian shares with the group a little bit of information about what he has been seeing and going through since in Dair's Wharf, his visions of the afterlife, of the imminence, his conversation with Missing and how she's tied to this and is affecting the afterlife in some way, shape, or form. And more importantly, questioning how much Daphne knows about this and how much Daphne can be actually trusted at this moment. Sharing that with the group, we sort of talk about it amongst ourselves and discuss not sharing this with Daphne. And the session ends with Ianthe going back out to meet their sister where they said they were at and finding that they are no longer there and have actually departed the Spire, leaving the party where they are currently. So that's what happened in that session of New Moon.
Incredible. Anything specific that we missed, King? One note I will say is that there is a question on how much Daphne heard. As the assumption is them being out of the room that they didn't hear anything, but it was discussed with you all that there was a possibility that she did hear some of that.
Well, and she would have had to work pretty hard to hear because we were talking in really hushed tones. Like Titian was kneeling down and brought people in, and he was not talking loud at all. So, But she is a rogue. She is a rogue, and rogues are super powered. So,
yeah, cool. Well, I think with that, we are ready to jump back in. Oh, Kay, you're here. Hi, Kay. Kay, we were just talking about you in good things of how much you're already doing for the channel. So we appreciate you. Also, we miss you and come back. Awesome. All right. So without further ado, let's jump back in. I think what we're going to do is we're going to just jump back in right where we left off with the group, hearing the sounds of the riot in the far distance through the night, as you all are have collected yourselves inside the spire. Ianthe just noticing that Daphne is no longer outside the door. So we will take it from there. Ianthe, I just kind of imagine you kind of like closing the door in the room, kind of just maybe deep in thought.
Yeah.
So what does Ianthe look like when she comes back into the room?
I think very confused, very lost in thought. Maybe a little angry looking. And I think instinctively she's reached for her mirror.
Okay.
But isn't really doing anything with it. She's just kind of holding it in her hand.
You got it. Green, I think you're probably one of the more perceptive ones when it comes to this. And you see Ianthe kind of walking back in rather quicker than suspected in the idea of filling in Daphne. Is there anything you want to say or do in this?
Yeah. Is everything all right, Ianthe? Is she okay?
Oh. She's gone. She left.
Do you know where she might have gone off to?
I don't know.
Maybe she's helping with the riots.
Green's eyes.
Maybe something happened and she went to help.
He's gonna look at your shell phone. Have you tried to call her?
No. I think we need to, I think it's time for us to go.
I agree. I know we were curious last time about why we need to leave in an hour, and just we don't know how much longer these riots are going to last. So if we're going to take advantage of them, we need to go.
Yes.
At hearing this, Titian's going to start opening the door to the spire.
To
Leading out to the riots.
To the downstairs.
There,
There's no door.
there's no door
So
down.
so the only door is the room in which you guys are in. It's all good. It's all good.
I just want to take everyone to the riots, Joe. Goodness.
Can I open the door that leads to the riots?
Let me put on my little French flag as like a.
Yeah.
I just want to lead the people to the riots. That's all I want to do. No,
Titian, you
Yeah.
said before we leave, you said that you could message Sif and let them know that we're gonna be heading out.
I think Titian sent that message last session, I believe. Like he sent the message to Sif to meet at the compass that we will be
That's
leaving
right.
shortly.
Cool.
You're right.
So that's already happened.
Thank you for that recap, Titian. I really appreciate it.
I mean, I don't know why. Hey, Grian, I love you, buddy, but I don't know why you're asking about something that happened 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes is a really long time, especially when we've been sitting here chatting about what we've been talking about. It's like in one ear out the other.
What? No, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
That's
All right, are you?
Oh, never mind. He's in his
Quiet.
phylactery. Never mind.
Hush you. Hold the box real tight.
we can still hear him growling there. Shit. Okay, yeah.
Hey, it's not soundproof. It's just just there.
Well, we don't want him to be soundproof because if he's hurting there, we want to know about it. Like we want to be able to. We're not ignoring him.
Speak it out. Are you okay?
So are we gonna?
All right. If I guess if we're gonna go, let's go meet Jet. I'll grab a cart on the way there, unless he was able to find something.
I mean, well, let's keep an eye out for one for sure, and then, yeah. Do we want to? Hold on. Should we take like a riot formation? I'll take front if someone else wants to take the back.
I'll take the back.
Never mind then. I'll go in the middle.
Hold on. Sorry, Grant.
The best place.
Brandon, did I jump on you? Did I jump over you somehow?
Or did I?
No. I was gonna make a joke, but here we are. So I'll just. I was gonna take it from the rear,
Brandon
but I'll
couldn't
just.
make a dirty joke. He'll never get the chance again.
God, I'm out, guys. Good night. It's been fun.
I mean, I heard
We lost the player.
oh God.
So,
I mean, I've heard you're plenty effective from the middle spot, Green. And
I mean, it's plenty of. Yeah, I mean, we all talked about it. And we all said that's the best place for me, so that's what I'm gonna be.
some of us are new to the channel. I want to be clear. The ones that are just having a little difficulty falling into character are ones that we've been running for over a year.
To be fair, though, we did also talk about green is best in the middle. I have all that here. So
I love that. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
We did strategy wise.
I do think also you could also like chalk this up to like Ianthe just being like really in a mood. And like everybody just like yeah, okay, all right, let's go. Yeah.
All right.
When isn't she in a mood? Come on now.
Yeah. All right. Titian has his shield out, and he will start walking into the streets, keeping an eye out for a wagon or a carriage of some sort.
Okay.
One that's just in decent shape with all four wheels.
I like it. Okay, cool. So it is later in the evening now at this point. I'd say probably a bit closer, leading into about maybe like 10:30, right around. I would like you to. I'm gonna ask for Titian to give me a D20 roll. I'm gonna say you have advantage. I like the idea you guys kind of forming a little.
All right. That's an 11.
11. Okay, cool. With an 11, you guys are able to just kind of get by. You notice that like the formation seems to help out a lot in the idea of like being able to maneuver through the remnants of the people that are here. I would say of the ones that are here, you notice there is looks like most of the fires have kind of like died down. So the people that are here are either figures that are grievously injured, or ones that have seemed to be healthy enough to keep on fighting. But who they're fighting now at this point are the guards. The guards are clearly winning at this point, and seeing you all kind of like moving by, there's a couple of moments where you guys are jostled by the guards, asking questions, things like that, and then as you're answering, the guards are kind of cutting you off and just saying, just move along, just go. Like go back to your homes is the idea on that.
Can
yeah,
I add? I think Tishni would also keep an eye on like if there's any. Obviously, what you're describing is a lot of people out here. If there's anyone that feels like an innocent,
mm-hmm.
I think Tishni would like if there's like a kid that happens to be out here, or someone that doesn't like an elderly person or something of that nature.
Okay, you got it.
The same boat. If he sees something like that and they're in danger, he's going to take them over.
Yeah. So it's usually it would take about a half hour to go from here, a little bit over just a half hour to go from here to the compass. Here it actually takes you like a full hour having to go through, and for my role it was pretty low. So I do think there are the occasional sort of like a kid that like runs out into the street, but you saw where they were coming from and you're able to kind of direct them right back to their to their home. I think you see like one more instance of a just an older man, clearly like short-sighted, that is actually like kind of like wandering out, wondering what the heck is going on around here. But yeah, I think you guys handled that pretty well. Chelsea, I'm going to mute your mic real quick because I'm getting a little bit of weird buzzy feedback stuff. Like it might be connecting with your phone. It's like that sort of like weird feedback stuff. But as we are traveling back, we're going to cut over to Jet. So where we left off with Jet was following around. Following Ida around, trying to explain the idea of like magical interrogation and how that worked, and you can clearly tell that she was having none of it, because once again she's being told how to handle her own business. And so I'd say most likely kind of coming off the back half of that, where Ida just finally kind of just like turns around as I think you've been following her kind of through the tavern, just turns around and goes, all right, listen, I understand you're trying to help. I get that. You have to trust me in saying this is not my first go around. I'm a dwarf. I've been here for a very long time. I plan on continuing to be here for a very long time. I appreciate the help, but Mr. Jet, why don't you go and tend to Alyssa and make sure that she has all of her belongings packed up and ready to go? Not hearing you right now, I think.
There we go.
There we go. Yep.
Okay. That's fine. You're important to Grian, and I didn't want anything to happen.
Your concern is noted. Thank you. It will be fine over here. You just make sure that she gets somewhere safe.
Will do. And Jet will go find Alyssa. She's
Cool.
not still invisible, right?
She is not invisible. She is in her room. You hear the sounds of like a a struggling youngling as you come up to the door.
Jet would knock on the door.
Yeah.
Do you need help?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna come in now.
Okay.
Just slowly open the door and peek in. Okay, what do you need?
As you peek in, you see Alyssa trying to cram a like dusty old bindle style knapsack, and you can see there are pastries that are spilling over with the like cream filling over the top of it as you see her just kind of smushing it down.
Wait. I have a bag too. We can put some of it in my bag so that you don't squish it all.
Why didn't you say? They're already squished.
Well, I just got here.
They're already. Titian said to bring all the pastries.
We don't have to bring them all. We could have one right now.
I've already thrown up a couple times today.
Okay, then we won't do that. I will.
Do you want
walk
one
over and
or
open my
5?
bag. No. Well, no, I'll be okay. But you can put as many of them as you want in my bag, and he'll open it up and just. He will. Very OCD, like move things around and put them in specific spots, and then get like a thing of cloth, and then like put them in the cloth and tie it like real fancy ribbon like, and then put it in there very carefully.
You see her like hand shovel a what looks to be now like a very odd oblong brick of several different pastries squished together. She goes, okay, you can have this one.
Okay, and like I said, he's just gonna wrap it up real nice and then put it into his bag, away from all the inks and everything that he's got stored in there.
So that one is chocolate and jelly, and now it's together.
Well,
with like the bread.
Well, you could just break pieces off. I mean, whatever you want. I still think that it would probably be better for us to like have an actual meal of like meat and potatoes. If you had meat and potatoes.
Have I had meat and potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have meat and potatoes until I don't know. I was able to run around on my own, away from my tribe. I don't even think we had meat. Oh no.
Okay. Well, I'm like 6.
Okay.
So I don't know how to unpack that yet.
Well, let's get all packed up, and then I think everybody's coming back. I don't have one of the things that everybody can talk to each other with.
They said they were coming back.
Okay. Good. Well, let's get you packed up, and Jess gonna pull out like a napkin and kind of like wipe her face off, because I'm sure she's got like pastry smudges and like chocolate and everything. And he's gonna get her all cleaned up and ready to go.
You go to like wipe up, and she like cracks. Dude, I'm 6, not like 3. God. Did I get it? She didn't get it at all.
No. I'll get it for you. Don't worry about it. And then he's gonna do the creepy alligator Cheshire smile, because that's how he thinks he's supposed to react to people to comfort them.
And you have like your sharp claws of like, ow, okay, ow, okay, okay.
Okay.
I'll just lick it off later. It's fine.
Okay. Alyssa, things are gonna be probably a little scary soon. And it's not gonna be easy. But from what I've heard, I don't think your life's been easy anyway. So we're going to do our best to make it through and to have a good time.
She looks at you. It's gonna be okay. They're gonna take care of you. They're very good people.
I think I'm getting that.
Okay.
Do you need anything else?
I guess some of these meat and potatoes you keep talking about.
Okay, fine. Let's go downstairs and have some meat and potatoes.
Okay.
And we're gonna go meet up with Toffee and order some meat and potatoes.
She grabs her bindle that she almost kind of like falls backwards
well,
on.
Jet will hold out his hand to like take it if she doesn't want to have to carry it. He'll carry it.
No, I got it. This is everything I own. I have 2 pairs of clothes in here.
They didn't buy you clothes?
No.
Why didn't I ask
no.
this sooner? Jet runs downstairs and tries to find Ada to buy like clothes and like new shoes, and he pulls out all 20 of his gold.
You see.
It's like, how did no one tell me this?
First off, you go to find Ida. We got to start the beginning of that conversation. Go for it.
Ida, wait. I know you're not happy with me.
God.
This is actually important,
Jesus.
and it's not.
No,
I know.
Okay.
Okay. I just found out that Alyssa doesn't have clothes. Like, as in, she's only got a few sets of clothes. I think it would be great. Do you know anybody? There's a riot. I need boots, traveling boots for a little girl. And he pulls out his life savings of 20 gold pieces and hands them over.
Yeah. What are you doing? No. Hey, you're going off on your own. Just, Okay. I'll be right back. Sheffield, come here. And walks over to a halfling, and just like starts to have a conversation. You see Sheffield is a little bewildered, and you see her just getting she gets a tiny bit more aggressive, and Sheffield's. You see him take off his boots. Comes back. Okay, these should hopefully. She might need to grow into them, but...
I appreciate this greatly. I cannot believe they didn't give her boots.
Yeah, well, everybody's learning how to be a parent, I guess. Also, you might want to prestidigitate those boots. It doesn't smell like he had socks.
Oh. That is definitely... It is... He like sets them down, casts the spell, and then he does his little enchantment to like make them smell different, and he's gonna make them smell like what's something he thinks Alyssa would like? I would say pastries, but then she might try to eat it. It just smell like lavender. Just a general smell.
You got it. Okay. I was gonna say there is the weird, like, if you want to be really on the nose, like the idea of like it smells like burning leaves, or something along those lines.
Ooh, like what is it, the like ozone smell?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like the smell of things burning. Yeah, whatever you want.
But he will clean up the boots and have her try them on, get her set up and ready to go. And if they don't fit, he will find some string or something and tie it so that it fits a little bit better and do his best to... It's like... it's definitely like, oh no, I have a kid that I have to take care of now. Did you brush your teeth kind of thing? And it's just like he's going down a checklist, a mental checklist of everything. And he's like, oh my god, she only has ever eaten pastries. Toffee, do you have some meat and potatoes?
Well, meat and potatoes. This time of night, well, I can see what's in the kitchens. And
it'd be greatly appreciated. And he's just like, Jet is literally making a list, like a checklist of things to have set up for Alyssa. and it's like, oh no, how did no one do this?
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
Incredible.
why am I doing this now? What have I gotten myself into?
I love that. Also, so based on my role, you, as Alyssa puts the boots on, Alyssa goes, they're way too big. And as you go to go get rope and things to kind of tie them in, she puts both feet on the ground. She goes, oh wait, nope, never mind, they fit now.
Are they magical?
I don't know.
Did they actually shrink?
Looking at them, they do not look like they shrunk.
What? Did she grow? Okay. Oh no. Okay. Jet right now is he's the dad from Incredibles at this moment with the little baby that's got all the crazy powers jumping on the walls. That's how he's that's his reaction, is just right now it's oh, and then give it a week and he's just gonna be
There's a full moment of I don't understand and I don't think I ever will, and your bundle of chaos. She goes, okay, all right, well, are they here yet?
Did someone tell me that one of the stones was given to Alyssa? I think someone said that. I think somebody gave Alyssa one of the stones.
Alyssa does have one, and Jet was there, so he would know.
Okay. Jet would ask if he could take it real quick. He's like, I'll ask him. Or you can. Do you know how this works?
I have it in my bindle. I gotta go get it. I have to go under all the pastries. You want me to go do that? It's fine. I gotta rearrange some stuff too. You see her open it and stick her full face in there. She comes back up. Okay, got it. And then she pulls it up quick. You see just cream puff just kind of goes everywhere along the wall. Okay.
Jet's gonna prestidigitation the wall clean real quick, and then he's gonna be like, okay, do you know how it works?
I don't remember.
I don't think Jet's ever used one to know how it works either. So he's gonna say, oh god.
Hello?
Did it work?
Cool. See if that works.
I was about to roll to see if he would explain to her how to channel magic into a rock.
Did you all hear Alyssa go, hello?
Yes.
Alyssa.
So cutting to the riot, pushing people off, and Tishin is right now guiding an old man back to his home.
No, now's not the good time to get milk. Now's not a good time. Tishin's just pulling on the side.
But I need milk in the morning.
Well, you're stupid. And Tishin just keep pulling on.
You're stupid. You're the worst milkman I've ever had. What this isn't my home. As you're just
First off, I'm the best milkman. I'm the best milkman you ever met, and Tishin's getting defensive now. Just cool, yeah. Sorry, Brandon.
Instead of just gently being oh yeah, he's just
yeah.
No, he's the milk thief. Cats love milk.
I guess here I get over the rock. Alyssa, is that? I mean, it has to be only a couple people. Are you guys okay?
I just heard Grian's name. You hear that?
Well,
yes, we can all hear you, Alyssa. What's going on?
I just heard a deem now.
Alyssa, we'll be there soon. Okay.
Okay.
Promise.
Okay.
Are you
Jet
alright?
had to.
You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine. Jet cleaned up. There was a bunch of stuff on the walls, but he got rid of it.
Good. I'm glad one of us is cleaning.
Good.
up.
I messed up, and the walls just got really dirty.
They're still there, right? I mean, they're not.
Dead with what?
They're still where?
Like where they were when it all happened. Like they're just clean now, right?
Yeah, Jet's
changed.
right here.
Okay, good. Can you put him on the? Can you put him on the walkie-talkie for me?
Do I have to hold it while he talks into it, or?
He can hold it.
Jet is lost it at this point. He's laughing hysterically.
Just tell him to hold it and to talk into it.
Okay. All right. They say you hear this too. They say to hold it and then you talk into it.
Jet's gonna take it. Okay. Thank you, Alyssa. Hey, how's everybody doing? Y'all all right out there?
Is everything okay? Are the walls still up? Is everything?
Yeah, no, okay, so somebody told her to pack, like, every pastry, and so she made a block that turned into, instead of 1,000 cream puffs, into one giant cream puff. And then she put the rock underneath it in her bag, and it's all good, it's all taken care of. Also,
well,
how did you guys
there's
not
two
get
now.
any... Oh, there's two
tell
now.
Tell me
she wants to let you know there's two.
Yeah, tell him there's two.
Also, how did you guys not get any boots for it? And he's gonna start lecturing everybody while they're on the way.
Listen! There aren't exactly malls on the ocean.
What are they saying?
Oh, they're he's gonna turn it off before he talks to listen. He's gonna. Oh, so they're mad that they couldn't buy you boots on time before you got here. No, he's turned it off. But yeah, I mean, he would. Does it work if he's still holding
just
it?
one of these,
I'll allow it. I think, yeah.
A team turns it back on.
Okay. I like it. I'm with it.
It's all good. It's all good. We're all packed up and ready to go. Did y'all get a cart while y'all were out?
We're keeping an eye out, but we haven't seen anything yet. Have you had any luck on your end at all?
I've been cleaning.
Okay. We'll pick one up if we can find one, but well, obviously when we get there, you'll know.
Okay. I will try to make sure there's food here when you get here.
Thank you. It's a great idea.
And then Jet's gonna hand the rock back to Alyssa and be like, "Now," and the whole thing is being told to everybody. It's like, so all you gotta do is, just put it back in your bag, and it'll stop working. You ain't gotta worry about it. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you guys here yet?
We're getting there. We're almost there.
How big's the cart?
We will let you know when we find one.
Can you find a green one?
If we can, Tishian, put the
or
old
like a
lady
red
down,
one,
please. We will let you know.
Well, the idea of Tishy is just like pushing through everybody while a kid is.
I think like literally picking up an old lady to move her away. And yeah.
He's just like two old people under his arms, and he's just walking with them
crossing the street.
You just see Tishian set them down on different stoops, and he doesn't even know if they're the right ones, and he's just like, "Get the fuck inside!" Like, all right.
You like save them from an arrow, and she's just
good
like,
kitty.
Tishian's gonna pull out his rock. Okay, what did I miss? Walls? What?
We're looking for a cart.
Green or red?
Red. No, green. What am I choosing for?
Either. I'm not picky. Okay, I'm gonna put it away now.
Okay.
But one of the two.
Okay, Grianne, what did I miss? And Tishian's still talking.
All right, I love you.
We're trying to find a cart, and she just wants the color to be nice.
Oh,
that's it.
Okay.
But we gotta find the cart first.
Sorry, someone released like a nursery of old people, and I just can't even right now. I just fucking can't even. They're just they just want, one wants milk and one wants oatmeal, and the other one just wants like they want raspberries, and I don't even know if raspberries are in season right now, but it just seems like they're lonely and they want to get outside, and Riot's not a good time for that.
Adim, you see
that was my problem.
a young little girl in pigtails come walking up to you with a teddy bear and just goes, "You look like the ocean."
So, is there any water on the ground?
Yeah, I'd say yeah. There's I'd say the people are like trying to put out the fires and like things like
Right.
that.
I make a big deal with like I make a big motion, collect the water with shape water, and make it go over the fire, and undo it. I just keep walking.
Wow. Okay, that was cool. Where are you guys
Go
going?
inside.
Okay,
What did she say though?
so where are you guys going?
Oh, I say, I'm gonna go find a friend and go back to my boat, back to the ocean.
Back to the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we keep walking.
She just stands there,
Cool.
just watches you leave.
And
I think Adim, there's just a moment you're just like, she knows to go back inside. She knows that it's fine.
Yeah. And just for the record, all of you, I told her we were going back to the ocean in case someone had questions her.
Yeah.
Love it.
Are we? How far through the crowd are we?
I think you're about halfway there. So
Okay.
you're just at a point where you are passing by the alcove in the archive.
Okay. So probably not a reasonable enough distance yet to grab a cart and keep going.
I mean, possibly. You guys can kind of keep an eye out for one. I'll say from where you guys are at now. One of you guys can decide. Roll me a d20.
I'll do it.
Okay.
$13.
13. You do happen to find a cart. It looks like it is missing 3 of its 4 wheels. And they are very large wagon wheels. So there's a good chance. It's not a covered wagon. There's a good chance that this is not going to be worth it. Unless you guys wanted to get crazy.
I think our plan is to use the double bubble to kind of keep everyone concealed on the cart surface. So I don't think it matters either way.
Having one wheel was the big part of that.
Oh! I was like, no, I don't think the cart size matters. I mean, obviously. But
Should we take
lack
the
of
wheel
wheels
in case we
matters.
find a wagon with 3 wheels
that's
missing
not
one?
a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think we.
Can I interest you in carrying a giant wagon wheel?
Yeah. You don't think I can? I can do that. Like, no fucking problem.
I think
Tissue's
you
gonna
carry
not
two
take
old
out.
I
people
don't
just
think
fine.
you
I
can.
think.
A wagon wheel is like, it gotta be like 4.5 old people. I bet you I can. All right. How? What am I looking at here for? Is this like a strength check or is this like
Here's what I'm gonna say.
can I intimidate the wagon wheel off?
You absolutely can. No. I'm gonna say it is a athletics check. You want somewhere between a 20 to a 25. If it's over 25, that's bad.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm rolling with disadvantage too. So
Great.
okay. That's not. Oh no, it's not great. I rolled a 16.
16. Okay, cool. With a 16, first just pulls nothing. It's enough where you feel like a little bit of like a twinge in your back. It's not, you're not physically in pain just yet, but it is something where you're like, oh, okay, that might be bad later. But no luck on getting the wheel off, unfortunately.
So the wheel's not budging. I think it's glued or something like that. I don't think it's meant to come off.
I mean, to be fair, it's missing 3, so they can come off somehow. But it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, if you're gonna shame me into this, I didn't want to do it, but I'll do it again. Hold on. All
No,
right.
I'll
All right,
I
no,
can
it's
help.
okay. No, I get it.
No.
Can
I?
Green,
Tishin is not
I'm gonna say Grian or Adim, give me a investigation check.
Since I'm making him on. It is a 3.
I
Good.
got a 2.
Good. You've
There's a lot
never
happening,
missed
there's a lot going
Bix
on.
more in your life.
Right.
Well, speaking of one of Chris's characters, Tishin is now taking out Moradin's hammer, and he's going
Good.
to try to hit this
God.
wagon wheel off with an
You got
guess
it. I
it's-
like that a lot. So same rules apply. But you'll say you're using your weapon attack.
weapon attack. All right.
Yes.
All right. So let's see what that would be. Okay.
And that would not be with disadvantage as your.
Oh, that
like
would
just
not be
one
with
level
disadvantage.
adjustment.
Okay.
No,
So
just
that
affects
would
your
be a-
ability checks, I believe.
All right. So that's same. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So that's going to be okay. I did it. So that's going to be a 23.
Okay, 23. Perfect. With a 23, you smack the no one make fun of me, but the part in the center where like the joist
Axle?
of where that comes in, the axle. Yeah, sure. The axle's up, and that
Oh.
part completely breaks off. But as it does, it kind of goes like rolling slightly, and you see the part that is fastened to the wheel itself also seems to come off. So it is perfectly what you want in a wheel. You didn't take part of the axle with you. Great. Yeah, you guys got a wagon wheel.
All right. Hey, Gran. I got it. Don't you worry about this. And Tishin's gonna. I got it now. And Tishin's gonna hold the wagon wheel up like this. And he's just gonna carry it now as he's towards the front of the group again. Hey, let's go see if we can find 3 more of these babies. All right.
It's truly like Tishin is now carrying a great shield through the riot, just pushing to the side.
A Dean will stage whisper to Ianthe, "Hey, look, he actually did it."
Incredible. I'll say because you guys are kind of like halfway through on this. Same idea. I'm gonna say I can't remember who rolled last time. I'm gonna say I want one more roll of one more D20 roll, but also with advantage on the idea of being able to move through the rest of this riot to get to
It's just a D20 or is it perception you said?
D20, but you have advantage. I'm
I got
seeing
9.
so many O's from K right now.
I got a 9.
Okay, cool.
Guys.
With a 9, I'd like everybody here to give me a dexterity saving throw. Tishin, you already have disadvantage, so yeah, you're good.
All right. So,
14.
dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Good.
16.
15 saves, 14 doesn't, 16 saves, and then a D.
Sorry, I was on puppy patrol. What am I rolling?
Dex saving throw.
Okay.
And remember, if you're within 10 feet of me, which I think most everyone should be, you get +4.
No, then 21.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
paladin.
Then dirty 20.
Yeah, so 21.
18. Yeah.
Cool, awesome. You all see a portion of the portion of one of the taller buildings to your right completely collapse. As there is a cloud of dust and debris that shoots out. You hear people are screaming as you're moving by. You all take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the rocks and debris that are at, but that was 5 halved to 2 at that because of that save. As you now feel like, okay, it's time to pick up the pace. This is not getting better. But yeah, I'd say continuing forward. About 20 minutes goes by, and then finally you see the compass in front of you.
All right, so we only have one wheel.
We have like 10% of a wagon right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no clown, so I don't know if I could make that work. But, yeah. Should we try and find another one?
mean, should we just? I mean, maybe we just ask the compass if they got one they can loan to us. We can trade them this wheel for it.
I mean, we're potentially loaning them a ship. Maybe they could loan us a wagon.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair trade, only one way to ask, right? And what's a sweet wagon wheel to sweeten the deal?
I'll cast Prestidigitation and make it pink. Yeah, see, it's beautiful.
Okay. Incredible. Yeah, so with that, you guys walk into the compass. Tishan, give me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand, okay. Not super good at that. Well, what's the new dice? You. Oh boy, 7.
7? Okay, cool, awesome.
7.
You are able to get the first part of the wagon wheel into the door, and you feel pretty accomplished with that. I can figure this out. And you just quickly turn as you smack the back half into the doorway. You don't damage anything, but it's definitely everybody kind of turns and looks in your direction as you are holding a pink giant wagon wheel, which is about I'd say about 4 feet tall. As you see, oh, pink. Okay.
Yeah, we found a pink wheel. Where do you want me to put it? And Tishan's gonna just try to get it inside.
I think if you just turned sideways with it, you could just walk in with it. They go straight to the door that's a little hard.
You just turn the other. Just get the other side in.
No, the trick is you gotta bend it. You gotta bend it.
No,
right
but
through
you just get the other side in. You got the one side, and you just get the other side in.
You gotta do diagonal, and you gotta do it at a 30-degree angle, and you gotta bend it, and you gotta twist it in. And
okay. Yeah. Okay, but just get the other side. Just do what you did before. Just go to the other side. Jet, you were here. Ida comes up and goes, what are you doing?
I found a wheel.
We were
doing
trying
wheel stuff now.
We were trying to find a wagon to leave with, and we found a wheel.
So you're just okay? Are you just
we were hoping to find
looting vehicles on the street?
It was
broken. It was the only one, so it didn't really seem to be needing it. So...
What? Why are you taking a wagon wheel of all things?
Admittedly, the thought process was not completely thought out. But we were hoping perhaps in exchange for the use of our vessel, we could borrow a wagon from the compass.
Looks at the wheel, looks back at you. And the wheel is a part of
spare.
This
useful for a bonfire?
It's a spare in case something happens while we're on the road. We'll just pop a new one on.
We thought maybe we'd find another one.
Yeah, at least 3 and a whole cart, but here we are.
Unbelievable. Okay, yeah, we have wagons. Right, okay. What were you you can buy one, or you can try you said you had something. Tishan, can you throw that wheel out, please, or just put it outside? It's just in the way, as Tishan is still kind of in the doorway, just about to get it all the way in. I think you're so close.
I'm gonna let you know you're gonna regret letting this wheel go, but if you say so, all right.
Okay. Well, I mean, you guys can keep it as a spare. I just don't want it in my tavern.
You know the thing about wheels and compasses, they're both round. That's all I'm saying. Like, wheel it out. Try to get it out.
Most insane thing. You try to get it out. I think as you go to get it out, there's a moment where it just it does seem to kind of get a little bit ahead of you, but I think you're able to catch it before it just starts to bounce down the stairs and go out. Okay. All right. What are you trading?
Well, to my knowledge, it had been discussed. We have a ship that is currently sitting at a dock safely.
Okay.
And as we are leaving by land, we don't particularly need it right now. My understanding was the Compass had expressed interest in borrowing the ship while we are not using it. Is that correct?
Above board, I don't remember that being
I don't remember
a conversation.
I thought that was a thing.
I don't remember that either.
I think there was a moment in
make that
conversation
up?
where you talked about possibly Jet being involved in that conversation, but I also think that Jet was truly just failing at the beginning of that, and was like at the beginning of that, which was the more important thing, was to just make sure that Ida was safe, and so I think that part of the conversation never happened.
I
So-
swear somebody said something to Green about borrowing our ship. Maybe
I talked about,
I think you guys discussed it.
I talked
maybe
to
that's what it
Kofi.
was.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
I was I talked to Kofi about maybe using the ship with them, and then we talked about
Kofi?
yeah, it was a long time ago.
Oh, I was like, what? He's not around anymore. He went away. But okay.
All right, let me walk this back a little bit in a way that makes more sense.
Okay.
We have a ship that is currently docked safely. We, as we are leaving by land, have no need for it. Perhaps there could be an exchange for a land vessel and a seafaring vessel?
We have no need for it currently. This ship
Temporarily.
borrowed.
A temporary arrangement.
Yeah, that's fine. We're not really striking a bargain here, so I have no problem telling you this. A ship, way more valuable than a wagon.
I know.
Adina is nodding uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fine. Where's the ship? Is that a name?
It's docked. It's docked at the harbor. It's good for a year in the dock. It's under my name.
You paid for it. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. That's fine.
I do want the ship back. I look at my sister do not give my ship away.
I said temporary. I said a temporary arrangement.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you come back with a covered wagon, and we'll give you your ship, or the amount that would cover a covered wagon. And that works for me. Fine.
In my head, I'm just gonna go. It'll probably be the money.
Yeah.
I thought it too. It's all good.
Okay, so it's under your name, and the just for simplicity's sake, the name of the ship is.
Remind me, Joe.
I don't
Such a good
remember either.
question.
I tell her.
Remembers the name of the
Tell
ship.
her the name of the ship. Yeah, this is the name of the ship.
I can look it up. Hold on. I will.
Fair enough. You tell her their ship. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, that's a nice name.
It's
We thought so.
it's beautiful. It's unforgettable. I know.
Unforgettable name.
I'm gonna
It was
find
weird
now.
that
Very.
it was weird that I just. Okay, just said new moon. That's on it.
Do you ever wonder if the other groups and I may make fun of us? Because I think that
I don't
100%.
wonder. I'm positive.
100%.
Prisha, I do think Prisha, who is with you,
Well.
Prisha, who is with you, does just shout out new moon.
we have all the. We could call it new moon, eclipse. We could call
The
it
ship
all
has a name. Kofi told me we don't.
Yeah, no, it definitely
We
has
do
a name.
not rename ships. That is not going to happen.
And notably, the name is also on the ship too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's unforgettable. It's right there. It's beautiful. It's
Unforgettable. Incredible.
I'm sure I
nice.
have it written down somewhere, but I think that notebook is in another state. So.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I
That's
don't
totally fair.
And under Kofi, I just have fishing vessel. So I'm not. Maybe that's why I don't know, because I'm not sure you told me. I thought you did, but under Kofi, it just says fishing vessel.
I definitely. You know what? Honestly, I'm also a part of this because I. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on.
I'm still looking. I'm not giving up, but it's not where I thought it was. I even know the name of the Lydian barkeep. Like, she's in the Timid Tiger.
Oh, you have that on lock.
Right. It's right there, but under Kofi.
It is. Edav, just so you know, when you get there, it's called the Misty Maiden.
The Misty Maiden. Okay.
Misty
All right.
Maiden.
Great. The Misty
I'm putting
Maiden.
that in here. Thank you.
Thanks,
Very
October
nice.
31st.
Incredible.
It is now on my sheet.
Cool. Cool. Ashes. All right. Well, you best be. I assume under the cover of nightfall will be best. We do have a couple of horses for the wagon as well. I assume you want that. Probably best that you don't tell me where you're headed. Does a look at Jet at that and just goes, as like an idea of like, don't tell me where you're headed just in case I magically get interrogated.
What are you planning on? And Jet has a mouthful of mashed potatoes. He's just like literally he left the silverware to the side and he's just picked it up and is just destroying a bowl of mashed potatoes. And he goes, "Hi guys." He just kind of sets it down. He's gonna like finish it and set it down and be like, "All right, I've eaten. I'm ready to go." This might be the last time we get an actually cooked meal in a while.
So did you find dinner for all of us like you said you were going to, or was it just that bowl of potatoes?
Toffee! And he points over to Toffee.
Well, I did have the confines of all of the potatoes set up in a large pot that I tried to show your friend here, who decided to stick his entire face into to enjoy. So whatever is left over, you can have, as I cannot re-gift it to anyone here.
There were some really good mashed potatoes.
You know, I think
Jet
I'm
kind
gonna
of
pass.
like wipes some off of his snout and then just licks it up.
I think I'll pass. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, but,
It's fine. We got like a brick of pastries back here.
All right. Do we need to get the wagon ready, or do we just need to pull it around, or?
Yeah, I will. I'll handle that on that side. You just make sure you guys have everything, and I'll meet you around back.
I might have missed it. Did they say that they have horses for the wagon or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So there's 2 horses for the wagon.
Did you guys want to do the magical steed things, or do you want to choose the horses?
I
it'd
was
be more-
thinking.
You go.
Go ahead, babe.
I think it would be more subtle if we don't have a bunch of weird, crazy mounts.
agreed.
I mean, that's fair.
Said-
But just
That said, I kind of want my house because I think a lot of magical steeds are probably bad, but I think the flexibility of having one might not be bad. I don't know. I'll go with the party on this, but
Go for it. I mean, you could have one as soon as you see something bad, you just dismiss it. I'd allow that.
How big is the wagon?
We'll say you guys are kind of like just like shifting to be out back. It comfortably fits about 6 people. With their like packs and whatnot. So with you guys being technically 7 right now, as Danzig is in his little container thing.
8.
8. What am I missing? Oh, Ewolf.
Ewolf.
That's
Poor
right.
Ewolf. We're always like, oh yeah. Oh.
He can
Yeah.
drive.
So it's a little scrunched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So 6 can hang out in the back, and there's 1 driver. We'll say.
And then if we do the double bubble in it, does that expand space anymore, or is that it?
Expand the space in the wagon.
Yeah.
No,
Like, does it give us
there's
more room, or
no
it's just-
extra
it just
dimensional.
seals it in.
No, it's more of it makes a dome around it, around me if I'm in the center, and then the other one is like a block that I just put somewhere. So I can stack them and I can make them like different size, but they can only be so big.
Got it.
And I think
Okay.
they'll be sticking over the edges of the cart the whole way. Will look like a cart with a
Minecraft
big
cart.
pickup truck on the like a big bed on the back of it that's just like hanging over.
Okay. Okay.
I do have some unfortunate news though. I can
Oh.
only do 1 bubble tonight.
I think too, like there's room on Titian's steed too, so like 2 people can go there. Like we have space. I think we're okay.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think after talking to this, I'm definitely going to get my steed out. I'm definitely gonna
You got
do
it.
that.
Is it gonna be that damn bird?
Yes,
I'd be mad if it wasn't.
it's gonna be the bird. It's gonna be, but I do kind of want to retcon the name of the bird. It's
Okay.
because it was originally known Kata, and I find that so hard to pronounce, and it's not as funny as I thought it would be. So I'm gonna retcon it to I think Roseanne.
Roseanne.
Or Rosie for short.
Rosie.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rosie.
Rosie for short. So you see Titian go outside, and let me see what level it is. He's going to use his. Oh, where's that? Let's see. Hold on, it should be in my. Anyways, he will cast a spell to bring out Rosie, his steed of a cassowary, in the shape of a cassowary.
This we see
A
this
giant
very
cassowary.
this very large, arguably emu like looking bird, as this has this like really intimidating, just horrid looking face to most people except for Titian. As you see it, just,
Oh, hi, it's good to have. Hey, Rosie. It's good to have you back. Oh yeah, hi. No, that's hi. Oh no, hey, don't get spicy with me. Hold on. Titian's gonna look for a second. He's gonna like, no, I couldn't put a wheel on her back. That'd be too heavy for her. Okay, we're gonna keep. All right. Hey, Rosie, we're gonna have to get out of here tonight. All right, you ready for this? And Titian's just like stroking her neck, like patting her to reassure her. Yep. All right.
it's brown.
What's brown?
We can fix that, Alyssa.
The wagon is brown.
We can fix that.
No, it's too late. I see it. It's brown.
Well, it doesn't have
It's
to always
fine.
be brown.
Yeah, but I know that it is brown. No matter what you change it to, it's brown.
I just like tap Ianthe on the shoulder and say, as I'm talking to Alyssa, say, but have you looked at the inside yet? Hoping.
If I do, is it gonna be brown?
I don't think so.
I think Ianthe makes a mental note up here of like,
Well, she
a
just
little
did
bit,
this,
little
so-
bit of the spoiled rich girl coming out here in her older
Where
years.
could that have come from?
Yeah.
Who could have
No
taught her
idea.
that?
Well, she does
Oh
have
my
an
God.
extremely awful mother. That's not you. That's
Well,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
But also a mentor who's a little prissy.
A little bit. Okay, all right. I won't go in just in case it is brown.
Well, do you want to see something really cool, Alyssa? Did you know that cassowaries have talons that are 6 inches long? And he points at the bird's feet with like a 6-inch long blade of a talon.
He just like,
No, don't.
I think a demon. I take this
Close.
opportunity to be like, Ianthe, can you just?
Yeah, just.
Yeah. I'll press
we
the
take 'em
digitation
out?
the inside to be
Can you take
like
what
a
out?
nice.
red green
talons.
Like,
No, that's part of the bird.
Yeah, but like to keep.
Oh, do I know that this is a spell that Titian's cast? I saw you cast it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think it's actually a cassowary. I think it's like it's a being from another plane, right?
Yeah.
In the form of it. No,
Yeah.
I don't think we should. That would be like taking someone's fingers. That's not very nice to do.
Okay, but we take claws from creatures all the time.
Chet retracts his claws and hides them. And he's like, "What? Why? Why would you do that?"
Because
still alive.
Yeah, I know.
So you want to kill this bird? I think Titian was gonna ride it.
No, I'm just like, if you can just be. Okay, fine. Yes, they're very cool.
Also, did you know that they're the tallest? And he goes on a rant about cassowaries. Just random stuff
Yeah,
about cassowaries.
I love it.
They can kick through a turtle shell. You know, they've got like the third strongest kick.
It's like watching Blue Planet. Just.
Oh yeah, he's totally National Geographic right now.
In the meantime, Ianthe, what do you Ianthe and whomever, what are you precipitating the inside to look like?
It's a lovely like soft matcha green, very calm.
Oh, this is what my throw up looked like. Look like that.
Lovely. Lovely.
But it's
probably
nice.
From all the pistachio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saved some.
Of the vomit or the pistachio?
The pastry. The pastry.
Why?
She also laughs at that. And she goes, "Oh, it's good. It's good to be back. It's good to be this. I call this corner." You see her like kind of like pulled down to a corner. So at this point, about 40 minutes has gone by. You still have not heard back or have seen anything from Sif.
I don't know how much longer we can wait before this thing dies down.
We could always tell her where to meet us. If she's able to find us. I don't want to pull her away from... If she's helping people, I mean, I don't want to pull her away from that.
You see Alyssa kind of pokes herself up. Hey, where's Sif gonna sit?
We're discussing that now.
Cause she's probably really heavy.
Well, we'll figure something out. There might be a horse that could carry her.
That's a big horse. Okay, yes. Goodbye.
While everybody is preparing, Jet will ritual cast Liamon's tiny hut around us.
Okay. You got it. And that lasts 8 hours?
It lasts, 8 hours or until I leave it. And it takes a minute to cast. And I have one last use of casting a ritual spell instantly. So I will do that and make it just 1 minute instead of 11.
Cool. You got it.
Okay, do we want to just take turns driving? I've got experience with this, but I still need to sleep.
I could start. It's fine.
Are you sure, Ewolf?
That's Ewolf. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, so I'm asking. And this is actually a Deem. Would passed out trace help in this case? Would it and like with Joe? Like, would it cause people like to look in another direction if we came by? Like, what would it do? Because I know it adds 10 to stealth, but it's a big cart traveling. So what would it do?
Yeah, I think the idea is that I think in this case, what we would say it becomes more of a like it becomes less of an interest to passerbys.
Okay, then I can do that. I have one more charge on my amulet today. Oh,
okay.
Call upon the misty waters of a sea at dawn, and
that's so good.
Is the wagon bigger than 10 foot?
Yes.
Okay. So I can only get half of the wagon probably then covered in this, right? Okay.
Make sure you get Alyssa's corn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Okay, I mean, I guess we have to go.
And what I will do, since the cassowary is pulling it, right?
No, there's
No,
two horses.
Two
that
horses.
that are pulling.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I want to make sure the cassowary and the two horses are all together, because I will use their part of it, which means they will leave no passage or tracks. Which means if someone does recognize the cassowary, be like, oh, it went that way. If they look for tracks, there won't be any. And they'll be like, oh, maybe we were wrong. It must have been over there or something. So
You got it.
And this
Cool.
is with pass without. This is for pass without a trace.
yes,
Okay.
I
If
can-
you're
30 feet of me for it to affect. I'm choosing all of us.
okay, you're not limited by the amount of people though, right?
Correct. Yeah. So like us, the horses.
Which is why he's trying to kind of get everybody into it.
I was just like, come close.
The one
It's-
thing, and
Okay.
I've been kind of, what is happening? I've been kind of back and forth on this for a minute now because it isn't clearly stated here. But the one thing I think I will say is that they do have to stay within 30 feet of you.
That's fair.
The wording is very confusing.
It is, yeah. I would assume I'd assume that anyway. But
Yeah.
I figure if I'm sitting in the cart, that most of the people in the cart will be within 30 feet of me.
Right. Yeah.
So I should be okay.
You got it. All right. So you guys are, at this point, you kind of feel like there's a moment of like, there's a lot of questions here on where would Sif be here,
I'll be right back.
if Sif's even able to show up. So there's a lot of kind of like questions here as Ida just kind of like comes up and goes, all right, you better get going.
Yeah. I think just as a performative piece, I think Green is gonna hold the sending ring, and he's going to say out loud so like Alyssa can hear it, and just say, "Hey Sif, we're heading out. Do you know where you are?" And then just like wait a second.
Are you
And
talking about
yes.
the ring Tishian is using?
No.
Let him do this. I know what he's doing. Go ahead.
And then he's going to oh, okay. So and then I think without looking at Alyssa, just so she can't see him, he's just gonna be like, okay, Sif is gonna stay here. She said to head on out without her, and that she will meet us when she can. And he's gonna like cry out of like at least one eye for like a couple tears. Because he's spent a lot of time not wanting to leave her behind. All right, so everybody's got to pile in. Let's go. And kind of like school corral onto the bus.
You got it. Go ahead and give me a deception check if you would.
It's going to be a 12.
Okay. All right. I think Titian, you look kind of like questioningly at Grian, who, whether he's holding a ring or not is irrelevant, as I think you eventually realize that Grian is actually just doing this just for Alyssa. But yeah, I think go ahead.
If he's going to if Tishian notices that, then he's going to he's gonna play into it and go like, hey, they'll be all right. He's gonna like, hey, Sif is more than capable. We got this. They'll meet us later, and like kind of play into the deception a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna say, Grian, you have advantage in this then.
All right. It is... Math is hard. 13 plus 4, whatever that is.
17.
17.
Thanks, everybody.
No worries. Okay. As you guys pile in, I imagine, Grian, you're not necessarily really trying to like look at Alyssa's face here on this.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm just being like the last one in the cart. Grian's gonna turn to Ida, and he actually has that ring of sending that she gave him, and he'll like take it off and hand it back to her. Thank you for letting me borrow this. Appreciate it.
Keep it. You're an idiot, and I think you might need my help pretty soon anyways. Come here, you big dum-dum. And just gives you a big hug.
As he hugs her, he's just, you and I both know what people are willing to do for a powerful weapon. We can't take the chance to stay here with her, and it's our best chance to minimize casualties. And it's going to be rough, and it's going to be hard. They can't know where we are, and I will reach out to you when it's safe. But the only thing I can tell you is that I love you, and I thank you for everything. And I hope that when the final battle comes, that you will be there by our side.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
And he'll do like the heavy pat on her back.
Yeah, she's also around your waist, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Reaches up. Smacks you across the face. All right, get out of here.
All right, E-Wolf, let's saddle up, and he'll smack the side of the cart and get in and shut the door.
And clop, 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 clop. You guys try to... you start your journey out of the city. There is a weird moment that you guys are actually still in the city as you were heading out. But I'm going to say with the roles that you guys have had leading up to this point, you guys make it to the city gates. You see that there is only one guard that is there, that has held the gate shut with like this with the like mechanism of just like kind of like holding that space in. You see him. He is alone. He is the only one there. As you guys approach with the cart, we'll say for the sake of like the sake of talking, I'd say like Green, if you want to be up front with E-Wolf in the beginning of this, just to make.
Yeah, I was gonna say E-Wolf probably has zero idea where he's going, and like Green's a little better off having taken the path out of the city to the north a few times in his life.
Sure.
So
yeah, so I'd say you're both up front as you approach this guard. Go ahead and give me a, I'm going to say a perception or insight, one of the two.
Okay. Baby, nat 20 for a 24.
This dude's super green. You get the idea. The reason why he is not in the riots helping out is because one, there's got to be someone that's holding the gate, and two, he's not even necessarily trusted with his friends or trusted with the others to be in the battle to handle decisions as you come up. Sorry, no large vehicles are able to leave the city gates at this time. As well, you know, as that's going on.
Yeah, it's not safe there. We're trying to get out. It's not safe for us. It's not safe. Fuck Jesus. My husband and I just aren't. We just feel like we need to go. We're gonna go stay with my mom. She's not too far from here, but it's not safe for us. We need to go.
I understand, sir. I understand, of course, but I unfortunately do have my orders that unless there was some official business that made sense for me to go and check in with the others about it.
You haven't heard from them?
From who, sir?
Your comrades down there, they're fighting for their life down there. That's part of why we're leaving.
Yes, sir. I was asked by my superior to
Are you do you not want to go check in with them or make sure they're even okay?
I was asked to say. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Ewolf will give you advantage, and as he goes, yes, we are very much in love.
He just hates the color of the wagon. It's fine. But we need to go. It's a fucking Jesus Christ. It's a 14 and a 20.
Another nat 20.
Yeah.
Incredible, man. Nice.
Not advantage would be a 14. So with that, it's you said persuasion.
Yeah, you had advantage. It's a nat 20.
Yeah, it's a 24.
24. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Where were these dice my whole life?
I'll just go check in for a little bit, just to make sure that there's not someone that I can save their lives and maybe get promoted. You stay here. I will be right back.
Hey, you be safe, and just watch out for the villagers. They're really in it.
All right, yeah, okay, all right, real quick. And you see him actually opens the gates for you at that. He's good luck out there. I hope it's safer for you out there as used to being here.
Hey, you take care. You'll be okay.
Yes, my husband and I will very much enjoy your hospitality and letting us go. What?
Yeah, oh my God, babe, you can't just. Oh my God, let's just go. Please just drive the car. Please go.
All right. Is there a certain way I should be doing this? If there's.
Well, you won't believe it, but just keep going straight.
Incredible. Cool. You hear the large gates shut behind you as you are weirdly enough just heading out into the great wilderness beyond, trading one danger possibly for another. And it's a little early, but I'll say with that, we're going to take our 10-minute break. So we'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Seems like we're back.
All right, and we are back. So, as you guys are moving along in the cart, yes.
Can I share
What's
something,
up?
Joe? So, because Titian is outside of the cart on his steed,
Mm-hmm.
I think he would be like, as soon as we leave the city, he would be a good 20 feet ahead of the cart, scouting ahead, just to sort of keep an eye on things.
Okay, gotcha.
In case there's something that looks suspicious, or if there's anything, like, we're in the wild. So if there's
That
any
would
owlbear attack, he wants to be the first one to see it.
Okay, all right.
that would leave a Deems like pass without a trace circle. Cool with that?
I think it's 30 feet. Addition will be like 20, 25 feet.
If you're trying to stay within the circle, that's fine, and just kind of being able to be like the first person to sort of scout out from that, that's totally fine.
He's just trying to take point.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah. So as you guys are traveling along, you notice, I think one of the first things you notice as the city kind of goes on behind you, and I think, for some of this we'll say probably this is a lot of the journey kind of getting to here. I'd say we probably are like an hour outside of the city. So as we are kind of zooming in to our heroes in their cart, on the outside up front, we see Titian kind of hanging out on Rosie. Actually, ironically, you might want to change the name Rosie, because Rosie is also the name of Guar's magical steed. And I just realized that as I said it out loud. So that's incredible.
We're already paladins. We can't be okay. I'll think of something.
Oh my god, no, leave it. It's funny. Two paladins.
Okay, but Guar
Steed
and
with
Titian
Rosie.
are pretty much the same character.
Yeah, it's true. You
ever
can leave
see
it if
them
you
in
want.
the same place
It's the
at
same
the same
steed.
time?
It's just
I just-
between two of them in
I
different
think they're in the
forms.
same
Can it be-
box
can-
too. Like that's.
Can it be Rosie 2, Electric Boogaloo, or is that
No, absolutely not, because you
Okay.
don't know there's a Rosie 1.
All right, I'll think of something.
You got it. Cool. So as you are scouting ahead on your ossuary, there is a weird moment, I think, for you, Titian. We're gonna kind of go through everybody as we move along inside, or to the drivers and then inside the wagon. There's a weird moment for you, Titian, where I'd like you to give me an insight check.
Okay, you said insights. Ooh, that sucks. 6.
Cool. You're not entirely sure what it is, but there is, as soon as you get outside the city, there's a level of you feel more relaxed, and in that your exhaustion is even more clearly shown here as you feel yourself, even though it's at this point this point it's about 11:30. You actually feel yourself kind of like just going a little bit in and out, as the ossuary is kind of like swinging her neck to kind of like wake you up, but there is a weird sort of sense of something that I don't think Titian is understanding, but you, Matt, are understanding, that you are outside of the range of whatever has been going on in Titian's head. And now, in the space of being in the wilderness and under the stars, there is a kind of double-edged sword of being more at peace, but then therefore more alone with your own thoughts and feelings. as you occasionally are staring up at the sky and then leaning a little too far back as you're kind of falling asleep slightly and having to catch yourself. What is going through Titian's mind in this moment?
I think as I'm imagining what you're saying as almost like a gradient, like like he's sort of slowly, because he was still within last session, still seeing some manifestations of the afterlife. I think a little bit, like just in like small pieces. But I think he's seeing that slowly drift totally away, and as he is getting more and more and more, and the moment it turns into like the absolute real world and all that drifts away, he's feeling exactly what you're describing. His mind drifts to missing and the conversation he had with them, and he feels himself conflicted because he has on one hand, he feels himself conflicted because he's trying to consider missing a friend, but it's a friend that he knows is going too far. And while he is someone who is looking to enact vengeance, he's seeing that there is a line he himself would not cross. So he's finding himself thinking like, I want to stop them, but should I stop them? They're gonna do more harm than good. They're gonna destroy lives that don't need to be destroyed. They're gonna cause unknown damage. There's gonna be casualties. Justice needs to be served, but there's no justice if it's not something that carries on afterwards. If they're going to pay for it, they need to pay for it here, and they need to pay for it afterwards as well in the imminence. And he's just sort of thinking through that, and he's just like, that's where his head's at. And I think he's trying to piece together exactly what he would want to say to Sending, or say to Missing through Ascending as well.
Got it. Go ahead and give me a perception check. With disadvantage.
With disadvantage. And let me pick the good dice then. I've been rolling with the bad ones all night, and that's been the problem. You said perception? It's a nat 1, my friend.
Okay.
Okay, do I want to burn inspiration right now? Should I burn inspiration? Is this something you'd burn inspiration on as a DM?
It's up to you.
If I burned an inspiration, would it be done again with disadvantage, or would it be just another solid straight roll?
I would say it would be another one with disadvantage.
I'll do it. Let me do it again.
Okay.
And this time I'm really picking the good dice, not these losers that are going to get yeeted. Alright, so it's a 14 now. So that's something.
Okay. With a 14, you notice that the space of where you are off to your left, you can see the mountainous regions, the shrubbery that is around. There's a few trees here, but they're very spotty along the mountain ridge that you're going across. You notice that there's an occasional sort of like quick flapping of wings, not from that seem to be a little more sporadic. I give you the idea that there are bats around here. You obviously hear the sound of crickets chirping, and along the right side you see there's kind of an open field that sort of extends into a valley below that seems to kind of come up to a rocky ridge that is hanging out just above, and beyond that is the tree line. But I would say past the ridge you really can't see very much of anything. But within your current space with a 14, you don't notice anything of danger.
I think with that in mind, Tishin's just not seeing any danger. He will take the chance to as he's looking at the ridge and he's imagining bodies coming over it, as he's seeing the tree line, imagining bodies coming from it, and he's imagining these things happening and forces coming on all sides on the group. He's gonna take his ring and he's gonna cast Sending to Missing right now.
Okay. What would you like to say?
Great question. Hey, it's Titian. I know why you're doing what you're doing. But please stop before you go too far. Join us and let's do this the right way. Please don't destroy yourself in this process. If he has one more word, he's going to say, I love you.
You hear a response about a minute later. We all need to do what we think is right. I am what they call me. So when you're asking me, when you're talking to me, it's already too late. You're speaking with a phantom. I hope when we meet again, it's under better circumstances.
Titian will just take that. Titian's not going to... I don't think he can respond. I don't know how he can respond to that. I think he's going to sit with that. I don't think he can respond to that. And he's just going to catalog that for later.
Okay.
When Missing said they were a phantom, did that ring any bells for Titian? Like, when I think phantom, I think ghost, I think ghoul. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, in our world, but, like, in this world, does phantom mean something different?
If you recall, Missing was called the Phantom by others before you saw them. So that is what the townsfolk called them.
Okay. So they are now just known as the Phantom, then. Okay.
That was before they made their presence known to everyone, too. Because you were there the day that happened.
You mean the day we had the bar fight and they were fighting and okay. So they've been working. Like, I know they've been working at this for a while, under the scenes and stuff like that.
Right, but now as a changeling who is proudly showing themselves as a changeling. You're not entirely sure if that's still the title that they would be called by the townsfolk. They were spoken of as if it was like the beginnings of an urban legend sort of thing,
Almost like the Blackwater Banshee.
But not nearly as old, right? Because
Right.
Missing could not have been there for a very long time. So,
Right.
but yeah, in the idea of like sightings of a changeling, that was the moniker that was given over the short amount of time before they made their presence known to everyone.
I think in that respect, then, it really feels to Titian as he's sort of thinking, and I promise I'm gonna hand the mic to someone else here in a moment, but like,
oh, you're good.
I think Titian's just now, as he's writing his steed, starting to grieve for his friend because he knows it's probably too late. Because it's one thing to save somebody, but like, this is somebody who is absolutely given up. Like, this is someone who sounds like they've already gone too far.
Yeah, the concept that you got the feeling from that response that there is nothing to save.
Yeah. So Titian will just sort of think of that, and I'm assuming in the I hope we meet under better circumstances, Titian can still hold out hope that at least they're not, that violence might not come in the future when meeting them. Like, he's holding on to that at least, but he's got his answer as to whether or not he can trust this person or if there's any ability to save them. He's convinced there is not.
Yep. So, with that, we move past Titian's face, the mane, kind of like lion's mane, kind of blowing in the wind that's kind of coming in and out. As we move further to the two drivers, Korean and Wharf. She'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what I have to keep telling myself. All of them are putting themselves in danger just so we can take her out and away. I don't know what's gonna happen. This lady, I know we're trusting a complete stranger here who had zero reason to lie to me, to us, to anyone. But if she, and he's gonna lower his voice, but if she is what we think she is, it has to be worth it.
I can't say what she is to me. It's family. Nothing different. I can't wrap my head around what you all claim her to be. I just know what I know. That's enough for now.
And I think that's the hardest part. She's Alyssa. She's a child. We all care for her. And to know some people will see her as just an object or a tool. It's not right. It's not fair. And what they might do to her is unthinkable at best.
See Ewolf kind of peer into the tent flap. Makes me... Just have to be honest, it does make me wonder why we're putting so much faith in this newcomer. I mean, I get it. She seems to have some sort of connection to Udris. Udris has some sort of connection to Alyssa, but Udris clearly found her important. I don't know if that's the same thing as care. So why would we assume that that destination is good now?
I mean, to be completely honest, knowing what we know now, I don't know if that's a good point either. But for now, we'll have to get to know her, and her referencing Prisha. See what she's about, see what she knows, and just go from there. I haven't really talked to her much. I don't know if you have. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of... She was here and I wasn't, so yeah.
I did not make a great first impression.
I don't know if I've made any impression, so I don't know if I have any kind of got you there, but
well, I kind of shoved her.
Oh, at the meeting. That's right, yeah.
It wasn't like I was upset. It wasn't, I'm not... It wasn't right, like, I know that. I apologized.
I mean, I have to ask, is there any part of you that wants to read the letter? Just to hear what she says?
I don't know.
Well, good news is you've got time to decide, because with the eagerness she wanted to hand you that letter, and she's asleep, you've got some time before she tries to shove it back in your hand.
What if I just take it and give it to you?
Like you want me to read it?
No,
I can hold on to it.
I mean,
until you're
clearly
ready.
she doesn't have any understanding. And again, I realize that I was in the wrong here, but clearly she has no concept of boundaries whatsoever. So in the idea of having to save face every time she might come up to me and asking a question, it might be easier for me to take it and then just give it to you.
Yeah, I mean, if she gives it to you and you can take it, and I'll hold on to it until you're ready. That's okay with me.
Should go in the back and get some sleep.
Yeah, you too. Should we maybe swap out with someone else?
One of us should.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wake one of the others and see what they want to do. And I don't know if he's nimble enough to, without stopping the cart, climb around back. I doubt it.
You hand over the reins, and there's this really awkward moment of just full Green ass in Ewolf's face. Just, okay. Right.
Well, next time maybe you'll have something to play off of when you pretend to be my husband. And
Yeah, can you just
hop on down.
Can we have this conversation when you're not putting it in my face? Just okay.
Or you just get, used to it.
All right. Okay. he is actually laughing at that.
And Green will. I guess I don't know if we stop the cart or.
No, you can do it. Like, he has the reins, you're going back. Yeah, no, the cart. Also, these horses are, granted, there is no real trail here, but the horses are gonna probably still maintain movement going forward unless otherwise.
This is just for, like, above board visuals.
Yeah.
Are we thinking, like, Bridgerton cart or Oregon Trail cart?
Oregon Trail cart, for sure.
Cool. Okay, because I was at Bridgerton. I was like, I don't know if I could just, like...
Oh, no. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
full, like, just tent flap. Like, it's not...
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I am going to... Hi, Anthony. I'm going to wake up Anthony.
Okay.
Hey,
She wasn't asleep.
Hey, Anthony.
What?
Do you mind...
What?
Swapping out with me for watch there? Ewolf could probably use some company.
Yeah, of course. It's fine.
Awesome, thank you. And he'll, like, trade places with her.
Cool.
Yeah. Also very awkwardly.
Mm-hmm.
So cream puffs, pastries. There's a blueberry.
We should probably get her some vegetables.
Yeah, I'll see what I can remember from foraging stuff with my parents. But, yeah, she could probably use some vitamins.
And chocolate one, no vanilla.
And Green's gonna try and, like, lay down as gently as he can.
Cool.
Which I'm assuming is next to her.
Nice again. What is it? Yeah. Just goes back to sleep. Yeah, Anthony, you move through the cart, and it's like I think there's also a moment of like Ewolf hearing movement going on back there, and just like full on opens the tent flap to be like, everything okay? And it's right when Ianthe's like poking your face, so they like just get really, really close. Like, oh.
Oh. Hi.
Sorry. Hi.
I wasn't asleep, so Green asked me to come up.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything going okay up here? I'll admit I don't really know much about carts or horses or driving.
There's not really much to it. So here, you take these reins here. If you pull above board, Joe doesn't know if this is true or not, but it makes sense to me. You should pull on the right twice. It'll move to the right. Left twice. Move to the left. Pull hard. They'll stop, and then if you whip them, it'll wake everybody up.
I won't do that. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. You're good at it.
You're a good teacher.
Gotta admit, it's nice to be out where you can see stars again.
Where's the moon? Like, what's? Is it a full moon? Is it what's the moon doing?
Let's find out. Nat 20, full moon. big, gigantic,
Great.
romantic moon.
Of course.
And nat 20, it's gotta be, right?
It's gotta be. It's like a blue moon. I grew up looking at the moon every night. I never thought I would actually miss seeing the moon, but it's a bit comforting to have the lights gone and just the moon looking at me.
It's funny, I used to back at the farm, I used to look up, and in the realms of the small, honestly silly problems that I had at the time, there was a comfort in looking up and feeling like it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things of what happened to me or what I chose or what I didn't choose, or wasn't going to affect these lights. I don't feel that way anymore. So it's...
Those small problems seem so far away now.
They were. Listen, I know I already apologized for all that back there with Prussia, but I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I don't feel good about all that, so.
I know you don't. I know. It's not fun to be faced with something that's hurt you before. Believe me, I know. All I can do is apologize and move on. You're not a bad person, Wharf. I don't think anyone's ever thought that of you.
There's a point in time when
You've been hurt.
no one thought very much of me in general, and I kind of miss it. In a way.
I miss being able to control what people could think about me. On stage, it's what people see and what people think is entirely up to me. And now I'm out here and it's all an act, and I can't control any of it.
Well, if it's any consolation, you're doing a very good job at seeming like you have control.
I have a lot of practice pretending like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I didn't thank you for your help down in the dungeons. I know it wasn't very comfortable for you, but I don't think we could have made it out of there without you.
I guess since you bring that up, I have to ask. And, like, if it's none of my business, that's fair. I guess I just didn't really understand why you were... why you were offering help to them.
He looked like someone who was hurt. I know that he did not great things to us, but...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I fully got that. There was the... You, I'm so sorry. I mean this in the nicest way possible, but, like you said, he was hurt, and you do seem to lean into that saving people thing.
Mm.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's not exactly what I was just... I guess I was... why you were choosing to go along with the plan. Like, what... I mean, from my understanding, it was just money and information, but...
There were a couple of reasons. I mean, money, of course. I wanted to make connections with someone in the city just in case. And God, you're going to think it's so stupid. My sister referred to herself as the important sister. I wanted to prove to her that I'm important too. I'm just as capable as she is. Didn't really work the way I hoped it would, though.
Well, I can't say I blame you. We like to be portrayed in certain lights, and as far as your sister is concerned, I wouldn't say that she's the important one. But, I mean, I understand that she's definitely... she's definitely rougher around the edges, if that's what you were. I don't really have family members, so I can't relate, but if it's any consolation, if I had to choose between you or her, I'd pick you. any day of the week.
Thank you. I'd pick you any day.
So yeah, well, thanks. So have you talked to her at all since you since that all that? Oh, and she gone.
Give it a second.
Yep.
Am I back?
Yep.
I'm back.
I want to tell you
It just
all,
keeps freezing on me.
In that small break, I rolled a nat 1. So.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Damn it, Wolf.
I know.
For his constitution to stay away from her.
No, it's yeah.
Ah! No. No. I haven't talked to her yet. I don't know what to say, and I don't know if she'll even hear it.
Well, I mean, you know, if she loves you, she'll understand that there's certain things that you weren't comfortable with her knowing at the moment. I mean, she didn't let you in on some other things, right?
There's a lot she hasn't told me. I think there's more that she's keeping from me.
Like the stuff that Tishan was talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. I think there's more to her time before, when she was in hospital. I think something happened there that she's not telling me about. I don't know how to get her to tell me. I know she's trying to protect me.
Yeah.
I guess that's also part of why I took the job, to show that I don't need protection. Again, didn't really work the way I hoped it would.
Well, you tried.
I'm really shit at being a criminal, as it turns out.
I think the hero leaves a better calling card, personally. But I will say, in terms of, I don't know very much about family, but I do know something about waiting around for someone to give you the whole story. And in case she never does, take it from me, you learn to live with that choice, I guess. Until a bounding little satyr wearing a necklace full of bones waves a letter in your face.
And Anthony remembers that she has the letter tucked away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Okay, good.
You don't have to answer this. It's none of my business, but... Are you at all curious what's in that letter?
You know, Grian asked me pretty much the same thing.
Well, Green's very nosy, so I'm not surprised.
Grian's nosy.
What can I say? He loves gossip.
I am. I'm interested. I don't think that'll change my current position on the matter at all. But sure, who wouldn't be?
Of course. I mean, it's your letter, it's your decision. I'm certainly not going to pressure you one way or another.
Well, it's a long trip. Maybe I'll find time to...
I only have so much reading material.
Right. And even less that I'm interested in reading, so... Yeah, I'll probably... It's on the list.
Well, whatever you decide, if you do decide to read it, you know we're here for you. All of us.
Thank you. You
look like you're dead on your feet. Maybe you should go get some rest.
Yeah, I'll see you in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I've got this. And I'm from the best.
Well, either way, I'm still gonna try to find someone else in there to help you out.
Yes, of course. Yes.
I'd like you to give me a perception check on anything.
Oh, that's very good. What is my perception? I believe. Is it, what have we been calling it? A working class 20?
Cool. Yeah.
20 total.
Great. It's even better than what Ewolf got. As Ewolf is like turning, about to leave, he just kind of looks at Titian is either leaning really far back to look at the stars, or he's about to fall off his steed.
Uh-oh.
And you turn and look, and you see exactly the same
thing. I've got it. I'll do what is it? The control water cantrip. I forget
Okay.
what it's called. And just like splash a teeny bit of water in his face.
You got it.
She's just like choking up and spitting out water. It's like,
Shape water. That's what it is.
I'm awake.
Good.
Okay. Well, that was definitely worth watching. Thank you for that. That was great. Titian, you okay? You wanna? And we could tie your flightless bird to the wagon if you needed to.
Her name's. She has a name. It's Barb. Their name is Barb.
Barb?
All right. Yeah. So,
Okay.
I mean, is there room for Titian in the cart? I don't remember if there actually is.
There will be when someone
Take it
goes
out.
out. Like I said, it
All right.
comfortably
So
fits
she'll
6
take
people.
them up
There's
on
a-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you want me to sleep on Barb, I will go ahead and
I think if you do sleep on Barb, I think that someone would have to like tie you to Barb. Does that make sense?
not opposed to it. I will go to sleep. I don't know how Steed works. I mean, they stay up, so I think they can still stay vigilant.
Yeah.
And like keep a perception going. I'd say that just to mention if anyone else is taking a perception check, maybe hopefully gives a help, like some
Okay.
help there.
I like
so.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Titian will take them up on that.
You got it. Cool. Great. All right. Well, good night. Oh, can you do me a favor? Can you just lean and look that way? I just Green didn't tell me to do that, and I got just a bunch of just ass in the face, and that's
Of course.
yeah. It's no easy way to do. Okay. Good night.
I totally sneak a peek.
I love it. Yeah. Not no but. And yes, I did roll for it.
Nice.
In between no but and some but.
A small cake.
Small cake. Nice. Cool. So Ewolf goes to the back and goes, all right. Literally told to never do this, but goes up to Jet and like pokes the sleeping dragon.
Jet is actually not asleep. He would be in like the crisscross applesauce stance or like sitting,
okay.
and he's got his book out and he's like telepathically talking, and he opens his eyes and looks up and goes, "What do you need?"
Hey,
Telepathically.
He is telepathic. Incredible.
So creepy.
Jesus, were you sleeping and you did that? Or just,
No.
God, you're weird. Okay, there's room up in the driver's seat that needs to be filled.
I can't leave or the bubble goes away.
Okay.
He points at a deep.
Yeah, good. First off, I want to say real quick, Jet, please take a point of inspiration for that because I loved all of that. Okay, all right. Well, good talk, Jet. Go back to whatever that is.
And then out loud, he's like, "No, don't say that. That's rude. Stop. He's not. Look, just because." And then he realizes he's talking out loud, and then goes back to.
Okay. Hey, Adine. Please don't say anything in my head. I just need you to go out. Iathy needs. It's your turn. I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to back up a little bit if you don't mind.
Yeah, please.
Because he's probably sitting also crisscross applesauce at the back of
So he's even more like, Jesus.
Is anybody sleeping?
Yeah, no,
He's
is
like
anyone
at the very back of the wagon, with his hands on the door of it.
Oh yeah. Facing
Said
up
like
to
this.
it. Yeah.
He is literally just happy they're going to Mir. I know that's a shock, but he's happy they're going to Mir, but also just really, he's torn about leaving the sea again, especially since having what he considers a goddess offer to bring his father back and telling her no. He feels on one hand a sense of freedom, but also a sense of guilt, and he's just kind of not. He's half-heartedly thinking at his amulet, but just kind of like because Adim now assumes he can't reach out to his father anymore since he said no. It's more of a like, I'm missing the ocean, at least I have this, that kind of, and so he's not really, he's been dozing off. So when E-Wolf taps him on the shoulder or whatever, he probably heard him coming, but he was just like, maybe he's not going to poke me. And then when he does, he's like, oh, okay. So he's sleepy, but he's not like angry, or he probably gave a small snort when he's like, don't talk in my head or anything, thinking like Adim is the last person to do that, because he doesn't really consider his connection to water to be magic.
Yeah.
So, even though we know it is, he's just like, no, that's who I am. So, hey, Jet, you're sleeping. You're talking to your phone.
He's also not sleeping.
Anyway, so E-Wolf will tap him, and he gets back up, and he will try and carefully walk over people to not step on them and crawl out. I heard you needed company.
Yes, just someone to talk to. Keep me focused so I don't fall asleep.
It's bad or bad. I guess we're missing the wedding.
Oh, I didn't think about that. You didn't even get to say goodbye to, your friend.
This is more important. I kind of left it with a, if I'm in town, I'd love to go. I'm sure she'll realize I'm not in town pretty quickly.
She's someone you'd like to come back to see again.
Sorry, I just had to, like... That's what Evan said in Missing the Wedding.
Oh.
Everyone is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the bride and groom are missing the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So how long do you think it'll take us to get to Mir? And what do you think we'll find?
I couldn't even begin to tell you where we are. Maybe 3 days, but I'm literally just making that up.
Last time Adim went this way, he went on a road, but he also had his journal. So I open it up and start paging. Can I figure out where we are?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Give me a survival check with advantage.
Okay. Where's Adim? There he is. Like, where? Oh no, that's not him. Where did I put Adim? Oh, okay. Hold on. I went to look for Passat trace. So let me go back to Adim and I'll roll.
Oh, good.
I was like, where did he go? And you said survival advantage. Okay.
Yes.
It's slowly coming up. My computer's been really stupid lately. Okay, survival 1 and survival 2. Ooh, my second survival was in that 20, making it a 23.
Incredible. I think with a nat 20, there is a cool. I think there is you pass by a rock formation, like perfectly in time, like to the point of like there's a weird sort of like fate deja vu sort of moment where you notice that there is a relief between the mountain range that you're looking at that that almost perfectly resembles a. I want to make sure I don't call this wrong. Yeah, perfectly resembles a sawfish.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
So it gives you like the idea of like I know exactly where I was, and like as you flip to the journal, you journaled where that was.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wait a minute, we're here, which puts us about, and I'll show her the book and kind of explain where we are, and we're going to be, at this rate we'll be a couple days or whatever,
Yeah. So Hasamal is going to be. You guys are going to get there about. If you continue this speed, Hasamal will be about noontime tomorrow.
Okay. So I'll say we'll get to Hasamal, assuming we were going to go to the gates, which is probably a bad idea, around noon. So.
And then Ianthe was right on the money past that, so about total of 3 days, possibly 2.5 to 3 days.
Literally just made it up. She's like, hey, I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah.
But we should probably keep our eyes open. This is where we're coming across where we first met with that evil bone horse dragon thing.
Yes, I had considered that might still be out here.
I can't imagine it just decided to move on. And it was looking for the same thing we were, and I quietly point behind me with the thumb to where Alyssa might be. So without saying it out loud, as you'll remember, it wanted the map from me.
To be honest, I don't remember because I was so terrified. I don't remember anything about it.
I was told by my captain to bring a box and to not open it to Hasamal. The creature went after the box, tore it open. There was a chest within the box. It went after the box specifically.
Right.
I ran into the gates so I could deliver it to Basuras. Once we met with Basuras, he opened the chest, found the map.
I remember that.
That would lead us to, and I point again, without saying the word, and meaning that my captain had access to said map. Basuras knew about the thing, as did the bone creature. And now we possibly have something in the back it can sense. So...
Lovely.
Yes. It's like we're doing this all over again with possibly the actual thing this time. Not just a map to a fake one.
Well, I care about the cargo more than I did last time, so...
Well, I don't want it, but I rather like her, so...
Yes, I should say that. I care more about the container.
Such a strange term for someone, but yes. And I'm purposely not using too many things that would signify age or anything, so that way, just in case she's awake, she would have no idea what to do. Anyway, I'll just sit here and keep Ianthe company. But in Adine's standard fare, I will remain as silent as I need to unless she asks me a question, and then I will talk about what she asks me about. Because while I don't keep secrets, I also don't talk much. So, years of being alone.
So. I did have a question for you. And I want you to know I wasn't keeping this a secret. I just hadn't had a chance to bring it up to you. And also Chelsea kept forgetting to ask Jack about it. You've spoken to a Shah before, haven't you?
I think so. And I tap the amulet.
What is it? What is it like? What does he say to you?
He's cryptic. I don't know. I think he expected his son to be a little brighter than he really is. I don't really understand all of there's suggesting there's reasons for everything, and I'm like, great, can you just spell it out for me? I'm not. I know my strengths and weaknesses, and my strength is not my brain. I hit things and throw things, so I don't know. And I think I may have lost it when I denied bringing him back when the bitch queen offered. So I don't know if that really was her. I don't know what I saw. So I don't know. It's weird. It's usually like a disembodied voice in my head. I usually sense the sea. One time I looked into a puddle and saw him, and he looked an awful lot like me. At least the form he took in my vision, which I think was the form he took with your mother, which is why I freaked her out.
That would do it.
Why did that with your mother? But then I look, because I don't know. Maybe he did the same form with my mother. I do not know. He clearly had a thing for elves, though. So.
I just ask because a couple of days ago in the spire, a voice talked to me.
Really?
And I don't know who it was. Mm-hmm. Briefly.
Did it sound like a shark?
I don't know. I don't know who it was. But I wanted to tell you about it because I don't want to keep things from you, and because I thought if anyone could help me piece it together, it'd be you.
Well, I wait to see when we have like a little bit of a straightaway. So like we're not doing this through trees. You know? And then I grab gently, like not like violently, but I gently take her hand that's closest to me and bring it up and clasp it with mine around my amulet. So we're both touching the amulet. And I try to reach out. Kind of apologetically, because I said no, not really. I'm assuming he knows. So, but I will try to reach out just to see if there's anything. Not like I'm trying to cause problems that we don't need right now, but why not? Since we're both here, we're under a full moon, so she's in power. I have the.
Oh yeah.
I mean, now is as good a time as any. We don't have all three of us, or we don't have 3 of the 17 of us. Lord knows, he was a fish, so there might be. But
there's definitely more. You know, there's more.
Exactly, but at least there's 2 of us as opposed to 1. So.
What are you asking or wanting to know?
I mean, there's an apologetic, I guess, tone to my reaching out. Like, I feel like I'm a son realizing he may have upset his father, and I feel bad about it. Not knowing what that looks like since I've never experienced having a father. So it's kind of like I've seen other little kids act this way. I probably met mentally and spiritually, I'm coming at a much younger place than Indeed really is, if that makes sense. But it's kind of a, hey, are you still there? The 2 of us are together. We'd love to know if you're the one that Ianthe was talking with. I hope you're still there. It's kind of like I'm reaching out, like, are you there? Like, you know, I feel like I'm in Yentl. Papa, can you hear me? But, you know. Korean time. I see Korean smile. Okay, you know. So I can break out into song if you need me to. I think I need sing sea shanties better than Broadway tunes.
Okay. What is Ianthe wanting?
I think she's just thinking back to that conversation that she had in the spire with that mysterious being, and just wondering, was that you? Are you trying to reach me? And I just can't hear it.
And I think there's probably another underlying question of, and it's not spoken directly, but why or what? Like,
what do you want?
He's alluding to there's a reason. He's alluded to this to me before. Like, there's a reason for whether it's just me or Anthony or the three of us, or maybe there's more of us, maybe there's 17, 27, 5, I don't know. But kind of like we don't get it. We'd like to. That's kind of like are you there? We'd love to understand. Sorry that I left you with Emberly.
What do you, hold on. So simplify for me. What are you wanting to understand?
He made it seem like, I forget the exact conversation, and I'm not going to clearly go back and look at all the YouTube videos right now and find it. But there's something that, like, I had asked him once before in a conversation, or whoever I was talking to, if it was, I'm assuming it was Ashar, that I assumed there was a reason that Ianthe and I had come together, that, like, there was a purpose for it. And he had said basically along the lines of, yes, you're right, there's something.
Mm-hmm.
And there was nothing beyond that. And I was kind of like, duh. So it's just kind of like a reaching out. Are you there? We'd love something more than there's a reason. I mean, we're together. We know we're siblings now. So I know that's a lot, but also Adim right now is not as focused as he was before. He's leaving the sea. He thinks he messed up. He wants to know what's going on. His thoughts are a jumble. So.
Great. So I'm going to say for Adim, give me a religion check with advantage. Ianthe, give me a Arcana check with advantage.
Well, that was a pretty not bad roll. I got an 18. So
18?
So for me, it's almost as good as I can get.
I got an 11.
Okay. Ianthe, I'm going to say with an 11. I think give me a performance check. This is for something that will be happening here.
Okay. Wow. Performance is pretty high. 21.
Great. As you both hold it and think those thoughts and try to be open to whatever answer may come, I think for Ianthe, you hear the phrase Liu Laic.
Oh, God.
And you hear it like that, Liu Laic. Don't worry about writing it down because I already had you roll a performance check on it. Ianthe, you're not really 100% sure what that means. That doesn't connect with you at all. Adim, you hear in Primordial the phrase, he left behind.
Does it sound like a Shar's voice, or just because I
Yes.
hear it? So
It sounds like a Shar's voice. Ianthe, hearing the saying, do you relay this to a demon at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What was
'cause
your performance?
21.
Okay. Adim, as you, well, actually, we could say if we want to RP the moment of just like, you don't have to say the words, but like the idea of like Ianthe getting this moment of actually hearing something and going from there, you certainly can.
Does Liulaic mean something in Primordial?
Does it?
Adim, you immediately know that is a phrase that is that would be translated to "for the ones" in Primordial.
For the ones. I say it means closest translation in the common tongue is "for the ones."
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. I just heard he left behind. For the ones he left behind.
What does that mean?
For the ones he
Adim,
left
as soon
behind.
as you say that, you see a star ahead of you glow blue for about 5 seconds. It's ahead of you, but it's actually a little bit off. It's not like perfectly lined up as if like a true north. It looks to be like a little bit off to the side, enough to tell you that it's actually, it's not a direction as it might be a pinpoint of relating to something that is not just true north, if that makes sense.
I'm going to use, because as you said a couple of seconds, I'm going to use every single one of my cartographer skills without taking anything out. So just kind of like pinpoint, I like to stop the horse, pinpoint everything so I can try to like remember where it is.
Yeah. You stop the horse stops, everybody kind of gives a little bit of a lurch. There's a moment where there's some people that start to kind of like wake up, like, wipe their eyes, whatever. As you are looking through from the maps that Miles gave to you.
Yeah, exactly. The maps, all the I've done, my cartography skills, everything. Where is that?
Yeah. And with that, you see there's a marking that the marking itself looks like it could be in the perception of like Mir, but as you continue to kind of like look towards where it is and continuing to kind of like move, you notice it's a little bit to the left of Mir, and seems to move a little bit further north, an area that is marked out with a very big question mark that is on the upper north peninsula of what would be considered to be North Imea.
Okay. I kind of
a place that none of the characters know, but the players would know is named Zajar.
Okay. I point to the area on the map with the question mark to Ianthe. That's where that is. The unknown area. It looks like we need to start exploring after Mir. Well, need to. We may want to start exploring after Mir. Because apparently for the ones he left behind, there's something up there for the ones he left behind. And if nothing else, this definitely proves we're stronger when we're together.
Does anyone we've looks like we've lost Tishin, but does anyone come up to the front to ask what's going on at all? Oh, there he is.
I can do that if you want me to.
It's up to you.
Tishin will knock on. Hey, what's going on? Is everything okay down there? Are we under attack?
No, I don't know. Go back to sleep. We got a message from our mother.
Just checking navigation, making sure we're going in the right direction.
Got a message from my father.
Oh, you're talking to your dad. What did they say? Did they say anything good?
Grian pokes his head out.
No.
Is everything okay up here? I just.
Yeah, we just got a message from our father. It's a little bit cryptic. We'll figure it out.
What?
You need
A little bit. It's a lot.
Congrats. They got a
It's
message
your-
from their.
Messages somebody telepathically. Why did we stop? Is everything okay?
Yeah, Anthony, you get a message in your head from Jet. Why did we stop?
Everything's fine. I'll respond telepathically. Everything's fine. Adim and I just had some family shit pop up.
I
We
mean,
can go back to
if
sleep.
your dad-
It's fine.
if your dad gave you a puzzle to solve, I can help out with it. I'm pretty good with puzzles. You said it
You
was
are
kind of cryptic. Yeah.
We have some of the pieces. When you wake up tomorrow, we'll show you.
Okay.
I think you're just trying to get me.
Oh no, I will show you on the map what we think is going on, Adim.
No, it's fine.
When-
Yeah, that's.
When have I lied to you, Adim? I actually turn around and look him in the face. When have I lied?
You keep saying Adim, which is you, but
Oh,
yes.
sorry, Tishin. When have I lied to you, Tishin?
There's a weird moment.
Adim
You are
has
now,
lied to
you are
himself.
now Ashara not saying.
Yeah, I'm like old black eyes with no pupils, like these fish eyes just staring at him. Like,
Yeah. Adim turns into Ashara Nas and says, "When have I lied to you, Adim?" Looking at Tishin.
no, but like I've never lied to you.
I mean,
I will show you my map tomorrow, Tishin.
sure. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to pressure you. Nothing like that. I'll go back. I'll go back to bed. Hey, E-Wolf, you want to snuggle? Let's go back to bed.
Not even a little bit. No, I don't.
It's gonna happen. I'm
You guys
sorry,
are
but
getting
we gotta-
weirdly touchy on the road, and I'm not against it. I just.
It's just
You know,
about
it's not for
E-Wolf.
me.
It's just about body warmth. It's not something I'm interested. Like, hey, I just gotta get to bed. Let's go sleep. Come on.
The bubble is climate controlled, by the way, just so you know.
It's got central air and
There's
heating.
like a nice breeze, little air conditioning. We love it.
It's got like a dim light, like one single candle, like hanging down as like a night light if anybody needs it, and I can just turn
Incredible.
that on and off.
For like, I think just for Ewolf, it's just a little too bright, but he doesn't say anything. It's the whole time. Ianthe, you feel a weird sort of you feel like a weird sort of like push against your side as you're in the cart, and then you hear a voice just go, "Oh, what are we talking about?"
I'm gonna look down.
You see nothing.
They're a
Just-
small child.
There is a space for a small child to be.
We're not talking about anything. Everything's fine. Adim and I
Well,
were
you
just.
stopped the cart, so
Adim and I were making sure that we are heading. We're making sure that we're heading in the right direction. Just had to get our bearings.
okay.
Alyssa,
Yeah.
is there something you're focused on right now?
No,
I
what?
can't see you, dear.
Oh. Huh.
It's all right if you want to be invisible. I just did you mean to do that?
I just felt really warm, and it was stopped anyway, so I just figured I would come outside.
Sure.
But
yeah. That's actually probably not a bad idea. Just in case we run into trouble. You not being easily spotted. Is probably for the best.
Why, you think my parents are out here?
They could be anywhere.
Okay.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll keep you safe.
I had a crazy dream.
Did you? Do you want to come up here and tell me about it?
Yeah, can I just sleep up here?
Of course.
It's
Eddie, move over.
It's like a deep move. She like snuggles up between both of you.
He was like, "Oh, okay. Try and move for the invisible child he can't see."
Yeah. I think we're gonna pause that conversation just real quick as Green kind of goes in the back and goes, Chet, are you? I mean, it's none of my business, but are you sleeping? Or are you meditating? Or
I've been in deep conversations with a friend. He pulls out his book that he's like probably been like this, sitting there like whispering and like, because I would say like from the beginning of the ride, once Alyssa was asleep, he would have sat down and he would have pulled out Codex and he would have started having a deep conversation about what all has happened and what is going to happen. He'd say like, if the world needs this to happen, branding myself as a criminal is not, I'm not against it. And he's basically just throwing off like, what do you think about this? You know? And the big takeaway is, I don't want to take too much time up from everybody else and everything,
no,
but
go for it. I'm literally trying to give you a spotlight, sir, so take it.
Perfectly fine. Codex, I'm not a hero. I'm not a warrior. I'm not powerful. Until a few days ago, I didn't even have ambitions to become more powerful. What can I do to make sure that no one gets hurt?
Well, if your puny little mortal mind is so worried about beings that are helping you, that you stupidly call your friends, it's best to make sure that when the fire does erupt, you push them out of the way. And I think in this moment is when Ewolf comes up to wake you.
Oh yeah, he's like, he just points and is like having, it's like, no, a demon, you know.
You, as you're like trying to be like cordial with him, you say, what does this small-brained sycophant want to do with us in this moment?
Stop. He's not. You didn't have to say that.
Tell him to eject himself off this wagon before I do so myself.
No, he's just lucky I let him in the bubble in the first place. And then when Ewolf walks,
you okay?
Yeah, I can't leave the bubble, and points at a team.
Okay. Yes, you will keep walking.
No, but
sniveling. Like humans are the worst.
I'm starting to agree. You seem to be much more powerful than you've let on. Was that natural, or did you study for years?
My knowledge is based on dedication and passion, things that you haven't shown a lack of promise in. But you have much to learn. And there are more than one way to go about this knowledge.
What would you recommend?
Let me out.
How?
I will guide you in the ways. We'll cut from that scene there. But go ahead, what are you going to say?
I was going to say that's when we get jolted because the cart stops. Yep.
Coming back to, once again, Ewolf's going, are you going to sleep or?
Yeah, I'll sleep. There's something I need to do, and it's difficult. I've been having this conversation with a friend, and he just holds up his book like it's perfectly natural that he's talking to him.
You dare to call me a friend as if I'm an equal in this exchange.
And he's going to speak telepathically to Codex. It's a lot easier for their puny brains to understand if they think we're friends and not mentor and trainee. And he's going to start like leaning into a little bit of the like looking down on Ewolf together.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes.
They'll never know. They'll never see it coming.
Tell him that you are smart enough and old enough in this body that you carry to know when is the right time for you to rest. And his concern, though cute, is unneeded.
Chet will say out loud to Ewolf, he'll be like, thanks for checking up on me. I'm good though. I'm used to this.
Okay. All right, man. Yeah, all right. Well,
and, I have a question for you, Joe.
Yeah.
Can I... You said let him out. If he's like a spirit in a book, can I voluntarily be possessed?
There's a whole other sort of realm of conversations I'm going to have
Gotcha.
with you outside of that.
Gotcha. Good.
Now that we are as close as we can be to alone, you and I are not the only eyes on this child as we speak. There is something out there along the ridge line, through the trees. Something tasting, something writhing. You must protect the rod until we are past that being. I will give you instructions further when I see fit. I can tell that your weak bones are in need of rest. But keep one eye open tonight. I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Chet will take 10 minutes to cast Find Familiar and make a little pseudo dragon and go to sleep and let it watch over him.
Cool.
A little bitty obsidian colored pseudo dragon.
You got it. About that time. Yeah, I just had a crazy dream. I had I was like walking through a forest, and there was like these really big green eyes on me, and this like. You ever seen like a? It's like a snake, but it had like fins on the side of its head.
He was looking to the forest, right? Like he's like,
Yeah, he straightened up, eyed the tree line. Go ahead and give me a perception check while this is happening.
And I'm an elbow the back on to wake a couple of them up if I can. Okay. But you said perception check?
Mm-hmm. How? Okay.
Just a remind. Is my seed giving him like help on that at all?
Yeah, it would be, but a 22 is pretty dang good.
Yeah, I got 22 plus whatever you gave me.
Okay. All right. I will tell you this straight up. Go ahead and roll advantage in case you get a net 20.
Oh, okay. That'd be super. I rolled out 1 the second time. So
cool.
I'll take the 22.
That's the opposite of what we wanted to have happen.
Right, but he said with advantage, so I get to keep the 22.
It was extremely unlikely, but yeah, as you scan the tree line, starting to kind of like wake up others, E-Wolf like kind of like pokes his head out. I think Green is probably close by. Tishin, you know, it's up to you guys in this moment. But as Alyssa keeps going, yeah, he just kept like sticking his tongue out, and then he said he's like, he made this like weird voice in my head. It was like, "Welcome, child," and it was like that or something. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. Good night.
And as I went, let's do that Titian. Remember that undead snake horde thing?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Hey, don't worry. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
I'm invisible. You can't see me.
So, and while
he does the John Cena thing with his face.
I like point at it. I'm like, someone's dreaming about them right now.
Okay. Tishi's gonna get up.
That will come up.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. I will go ahead and. Do you see him at all? Do you see him anywhere?
Do I see anything?
As you scan the ridge line, you look out around that sort of area, and nothing. You think you saw a rustling in the bushes at some point, but then you see like a small animal kind of move its way out and in. You don't see anyone.
Not yet, but that bothers me a lot. And apparently it welcomed her.
Tishian will get on his. Yeah. That's not good.
No.
Give me a second. Tishian will get on. Tishian will get back on Barb, and he will, get sort of he'll unhook her, and like get right next to Adim while Adim's up front.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I guess, do you want me to? All right. And I think Tishian will just sort of do a. How fast is the wagon moving right now?
Walking pace.
Walking pace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wagons and horses walking don't necessarily go any faster. It's just it's like more of a constitution thing.
Okay. So Barb has a moving speed of 60 feet. So what I'm thinking is like I'm going to go do just a little bit of scouting, still within eyesight. So I'm thinking just like scouting around about 50 feet around the wagon. Am I losing everybody? I think my connection's off.
I can hear you.
I think we just lost Joe.
No.
Okay. But my connection's been shoddy all night.
Yo, if we gotta fight something, I swear.
Well, hopefully,
I hope we fight. Hey.
Time to end the meeting because it's getting late and that combat will not go quickly.
Yeah, no, it would definitely be like that.
No.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind having some combat, but maybe not today.
With the
this
short rest,
is what we call a cliffhanger.
Right.
A short rest would be nice because I'm at about half my hit points. So
yeah, I would assume we got a short rest. Like we've all been.
I know that between the wall of fire, and the freaking Huxley, I'm not feeling very good.
Both walls of fire. Stop walking through them.
Stop casting them.
All right.
No.
So, Joe, are you back?
maybe he's jumpy, but
I might be. We'll see.
Okay.
Yep, now I'm good.
Tishian's
Now I'm
gonna
good.
do. Cool. Tishian's gonna scout around, so he's gonna go at the 50 feet away from the carriage, and then start doing a circle around, like going fast with Barb, just to see if he can get a better look, or even worse, but like at least it'll be a thing like provoke some sort of action to come, so that they know where they are. Or might know if something's out there.
Provoke some sort of action of what?
Like if he can not provoke like an attack, but like if he can go out and like provoke like some sort of movement in the area around them, so he can sort of get a feel for what's out there.
Like if you spook something, or like it's
like if I spook
away,
them, or if I force them to move from their spot without being seen, or I'm just trying to get a glimpse of what's in the area.
Okay, cool.
And I'm just doing my best to keep looking. I mean, that's all I can do. I stay on the cart. What I will do though is I will stand on the seat so I can see over the cart. So as Tishian's going around, I can follow him and then look opposite him. So there's nothing in my sight in the way.
Okay.
And
interesting.
To add one more layer to this, I think Tishian's also got the Rocky Talkies out, his Rocky Talkie, and he's like checking in with the Deem as he's going around. So it's sort of like a more calculated sort of thing.
You got
just to a Deem.
I'll say, assuming you don't get any immediate response on this, how long do you think you're doing this?
I mean, Tishian's quite concerned because he remembers this creature. If this is the creature that him and the Deem are assuming.
Right. So the reason why I'm asking is you're dangerously close to possibly getting another point of exhaustion.
Oh, how long? Okay.
Yeah.
I would say, how long until that next point of exhaustion? Let's just say, would 30 minutes do it?
30 minutes would be fine. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not looking to do this for 2 hours. I think I still want to try to get a long rest in if possible.
Yeah, you got it. Cool. So like 30 minutes, kind of like trying to like do a track around. I'll roll a die on that. Okay. Yeah. As you were doing that, Adim, you said you were standing up in your seat.
Even though it's dangerous, yes. I'm trying to keep an eye on Tishian, so yeah.
Awesome. So Ianthe, you felt Alyssa like kind of just like, and just like kind of goes back to sleep on you.
Yeah, with her on me, I'm trying to stay a little calm. Maybe like stroking her hair a little bit if I can find it, just to like keep her calm.
You said the right thing. As you're stroking her hair, you feel her head move. As if she's awake.
Yeah.
Still invisible.
It's okay. It's alright. Go back to sleep.
You feel the leaning of her body seem to kind of move away from you.
Alyssa? What's wrong?
Since I'm on the other side, she'd be hitting my leg.
Not if you're standing up.
Well, no, if I'm standing up on the seat.
I know. So like the way it worked in my head with you being squished in, there's like you both would have felt this, but if you're standing up on your seat, there's a good chance that she would not have made contact with your leg.
Okay, cool.
Does that make sense?
Little.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ianthe, you feel her pull away. You don't hear a response.
Can I try to reach out and like just I want to try to feel for like her hand in a gentle way, just to hold it and be like, talk to me, tell me what's wrong.
I'm gonna say, obviously you're not attacking her, but I'm gonna say it kind of falls into the same rules on this. Go ahead and give me an attack roll using like your unarmed strike or some sort of like weapon thing. I'm not gonna worry about the proficiency here on this. You are proficient with doing this, but it's with disadvantage as she is invisible.
Okay.
Do I sense what Ianthe is going through right now?
I think Yeah, I think you hear the like, okay, well, talk to me. And I think it's enough for you to like probably like peer down, maybe.
I don't need to peer down. Blindside. Where is she?
She is very close to your leg, but you can tell she's like making her way, like walking between your legs here. She looks like she's about to jump off.
Right, I tried it here. I'm like, she's right here.
Yeah. Do you grab her?
Yeah.
Cool.
Not in a hard, violent way, but like a hey, no, like I might to a wandering puppy. Like I just did, because he tried to wander in my chair.
I want to give someone else this roll. Green, roll me a d20. You want a low roll here.
Okay, I'm going to pick up one of these other dice then that were rolling low. I swear to Jesus. Motherfucker, a 19!
19?
Of course.
Incredible. Adim, I want a Constitution saving throw here.
Okay.
Stupid dice.
8. See, we should reverse that. I could have rolled the first one. You could have rolled the second one.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that happened.
Yeah,
That's happened.
You instinctively, as you reach out to grab Alyssa, you feel you feel as if you are touching a burning stove. You immediately take 7 points of fire damage here, and you can't.
Pause.
Go ahead.
Because it's one of them. I believe it's this one. I am. One of my things naturally gives me fire. I'm resistant to fire damage.
Okay. So yeah, so have to 3, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So
wait.
now have to 3, you still instinctively have to let go. That's what the saving throw was, not for the damage, but having to let go.
Okay.
However, I'm going to say, because we're now in this weird sort of initiative sort of state, you can do so again, because you would have 2 attacks per action. I would count that as an attack to kind of reach out to her.
Then I'm going to bite the bullet, as it were.
Yeah.
And can I tell where I touched her before?
I think you grabbed her maybe right on the top of her arm.
Okay, so it was through the clothes. It was still that hot.
Mm-hmm.
So I will, with my trident in one hand, with the other hand, I will say, hot, hot. And I go back and grab her.
Cool. You got it. You go and you grab her.
Anthony, kind of like help me here.
Yeah, Anthony, how are you helping?
I would like to, if I can, I would like to try to cast Dispel Magic at the area that Adim just grabbed.
Yeah, I like it. Cool. I think that just works. Yeah, so drops invisibility here. You see fire, just the same sort of fire eyes you saw before, but you can also, I think you can tell even from this moment that she doesn't seem to be here right now. Adim, as you go to grab her, give me another con save. And I would say in this case, you want to roll high for a couple different reasons.
All right.
Can as he's rolling, can I just ask? I was mentioning that we were communicating. Our Titian was intentionally communicating. Would he be hearing any of this?
You'd be hearing all of this, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think at the sound of this, or the sound of any sort of struggle, Titian would be coming back just to make sure I'm not 50 feet away from whatever action. So
what's the move speed of the Osprey?
60 feet.
Cool, awesome. So you are in your by the end of your turn, you'll be back by the cart.
Cool.
21.
Yeah.
21 is freaking good, man.
Good.
21. That damage does get halved to 5, which gets halved again to 2, and you see her look in your direction.
Oh, shit.
And you see, what do you say to her to try to snap her out of this?
Not again. What do I say to her?
Not again.
Mm-hmm.
I look in her eyes with my black ones, and I keep on holding, but not violently. And I just say, Alyssa, I love you.
Oh.
You see the flames go from a deep orangey red for a moment to like a weird sort of like bluish turquoise, and then
Back.
what am I? Was I sleepwalking?
Yeah, and sleep burning.
Yeah.
I gotta shake my hand a little bit.
In the way that you see a someone who like is affected by a level of like I won't give specific in a way. You see her actually start to like shiver as she's like, I think I need to go back in the cart now.
Yeah, go to sleep. We're here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You didn't mean to. Hey, remember the first time? You almost blew me up. We're getting better. And I gotta chuckle a little bit.
As you chuckle, you see her full burst into tears.
Oh God, I hug her.
I was gonna say, as he's doing that, I'm just gonna look at him.
Not helpful.
It's true.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it helps.
A demon's thick.
Yeah, I think just like the moment of like, yeah, and also I think it's like it's a level of like it's not even like she was on the verge anyways of like not really understanding what's going on with her. And Titian, you come like riding back, so there's this weird like honking sort of sound as you're like just like you're like Barb, go.
It's literally like the worst sound for this moment. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
What? What's all right? What's going on here?
Let's get Elizabeth to sleep first. That's what's going on right now. And I kind of like to him like we'll tell you, but no.
Yeah. All right.
As you guys say this, there's a moment where we start to see the sun starting to just peek up over the horizon. And we pull back from the carriage until we see the reflection of the sun from something fully invisible that all of a sudden seems to grow scales.
Oh no.
It falls back into a deep, shiny green as it pulls back from the trees. Goes back in.
Oh no.
And with that, we'll end tonight's session. We'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't like him. Or them. I live in